Okay, I am live. So I just had my nails done today. If you want to see my nails, see like nice nails, and then the one there, both of them are jewelry. They've got glitter all over them. They're acrylic. They look like that. They're hard like a boy singing a little song to his mama. That sounded really sick, and I'm very sorry for that. Right, dog, no, away. Oh, who's this? Hello. Modus operandi, I'm so glad you're here. I've missed you, my friend. Do you like my new hair? Look, the hairdresser done my hair new. She's done it so that it's like darker at the top, right? It like goes dark. It's more brown at the top, and then the rest is blonde. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, what do you think of it? Do you like it, Modus? And then I got my nails done. Look. Ooh, and each one. How are you doing, Doomhaw? Howdy, y'all. Then you know how like over in America, I don't know if they do this, but see in Britain, what we do is like we get all our nails done, but then see that one, the one before our pinky, we always get that one a different colour. So I got that lilac with glitter on it. I thought that was quite cool. Anyway, how you doing? I hope you're doing good, because I'm hoping that today we are going to have a bit of a funny stream. I've had a funny day. Let's just say it's been a funny day. A funny day. A funny day. A funny day. Yeah. Anyway, turns out, right, that, some people are just arseholes. They can't help themselves. And I was like, well, fuck you. And they were like, yeah, but I'm an arsehole, so fuck you. And I was like, no, but fuck you. Anyway, how have you been, Modus? And how have you been, Doomhole? Talk to me. Talk to me. I need you to talk to me, y'all. I want to know what you're thinking, what you're doing. I'm a bit of a creep that way. I need to know what you're thinking. I'll tell you, I had a Twitter fight earlier with Unwashed, because he fucking was trying to say just about all this shit about, oh, girls are getting abused, blah. And I was like, fucking, first of all, old. Second of all, so pretty, so mental. Why, thank you. I thought it was an ASR channel with the nail click. Well, did you? That with the... Is that what they do? The nail click? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I was just showing you my new hair. Cut finally, and then my new nails. Greetings, my friend. Scourgy, I love you. Every time on Twitter, I'm like, whenever I see you. You're fucking amazing. Scourgy needs to, what's it called? A greeting from everyone, because he is amazing. He's so good. Like, just the words that he says are just beyond the pale. Beyond the pale of amazingness. In a nice way, you're eccentric. Thank you, Toffee. No, I got it. I got it straight away. That's why I didn't get it. Like, oh, thank you, mate. I don't, trust me, I'm not offended easily. If somebody annoys me, I just, like, I'm like, yeah, whatever, okay, bye. And I don't go like, oh, you're just an incel. Oh. I just think you're just a sad person, bye, and just get them out of my life. But yeah, I love my hair now, because like it used to be all bleach blonde. Like it was really heavy blonde, but it was ruining, and I mean ruining my hair. So basically they dyed it my natural colour to there. See? Well, it kind of melts in. Like they dyed it my natural colour, because my natural colour's got that, and then it's got like blonde. The rest of it's just blonde. Do you know what I mean? It's all blonde. You can't really see right now, but it's all blonde. Jeff Knotts. Oh, hello, you doing, darling? How are you? Well, like I said, I am so... you thought it was in... Just checked out your set a couple of weeks ago. No, it's been... Yeah! Oh, a couple of weeks. It's been a couple of weeks, because, I have been on streams, but I've been on other streams. But I'm really glad that I'm back on my stream, back on my channel. because I don't want to just disappear. Do you know what it is? It's like basically it's a long story, but I just yeah, I murdered someone, hid them under my bed, and the smell was rotting. And I mean, it stunk. It smelled like a skunk or something. And like, I was like, what am I gonna do to get rid of this dead body? And it just wouldn't go away. So I didn't know what to do. And it was a Jew. So I was like, oh no, Christ, how do I get rid of this? And he told me, I heard it from God. He said, Lucy, you're imagining it. It was a dream. And then I woke up, so it's okay. Haha. Rainpipe. Oh, you've changed a wee things. Hi, good. How are you? Scudgy Squirrel, you're not just an autistic weirdo. You're amazing. Sarah, I love you too, Sarah. If anyone wants to jump on, by the way, just tell me they can jump on. Sarah, do you like my nails, darling? Then my hair. Listen. They're acrylic, and see like how you've got like the one there, the one for the wedding ring. Both of them are glitter. You know, like the glitter ones, and then the rest are just normal. But and then my hair, it's like that's all my natural colour. They just painted my natural colour to there, out there, and then that's when they like in through, and then the rest of it's just blonde, but they put like a silver toner through it to make it like, you know, more natural, and it was so fucking nice. It's really nice. They're fake. Yeah, they're fake. Do you think my nails could be real like that, babe? I had no nails, no nails, no nails. Sarah's like, they're fake. Do you think? Sarah, you're so cute. I love the way you're just like so out there and so upfront, like, and you're thinking that I'm trying to hide it, like she's trying to pretend they're real. So she's like, they're fake. Babe, I know they're fake. And I know when I get my boob job, they'll be fake too. Joking. I've not got enough money to get a boob job yet. But nah, I'd say if I was to get any surgery, I wouldn't get no lips. It would have to be the nose. See the way that's been broken, broken, broken there. My ex broke it that time. See where you can feel where the amount of times it's been broken. My ex broke it, a different ex there. Every time it's been broken by an ex, and then even down to there, like you can feel it. It's fucked up. Thanks, Sludgy. Oh, thank you, Sarah. I wish that was true, but I mean, it's a bit annoying when people are like, you're out on a date or something, and guys are like, oh, you're gorgeous, and then they're like all over you and everything, saying how beautiful you are, and then the next minute they'll be like, have you ever thought about getting a nose job? And I'm like, yeah, fuck you. And trust me, that has happened more than once. And then I've had people, it's more online, I get it now. Online, I'll get people saying, you've got a Jew nose, a Jew nose, a Jew nose. And I'm like, no, I do not. Do you know, if I had the money, like a lot of these people online, I would go and get the fucking ancestry.com thing. But I trust my mum and I trust my dad, who's now passed away, um, not with us. And I trust my granny and my grandpa from his side. I trust my granny and my grandpa on my mom's side. I don't see why they would lie. So I don't see why you haven't. Yeah, I don't have a hook. I've just got a fucked up nose. And if I was a Jew, it'd be a big nose like that. Whereas my nose is just like, you know, weird. Do you know what I mean? If you did, I'd super chat you enough to rip the hook off. Or could you imagine, like, I had a hook, I'd be like, please, somebody help me. But I wouldn't say why, I'd just say, I think I'd feel like, sometimes I do feel like I want to just end it because of the beak. I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm joking. But I'm okay. Like that would be my first thing though. Just be. I know. And do you know what's disgusting? My sister had one because her nose was like mine, but she actually had a deviated septum. Again, sounds very Jewish. Not Jewish. My sister's Scottish like me, and but she couldn't breathe. I'll show you pictures of her. She's married now to a guy from Tennessee, not a Jew. They are very conservative, very Trumpers, very like these Black Lives Matters. They come to my house, I'm gonna shoot them on the porch dead. Like they're crazy, but anyway, they're amazing. But they've married. My sister got married. That she's pregnant, so I'm gonna go to America. But I've tried going to the NHS like because we can get free nose jobs if like and boob jobs. The boob job thing didn't work out like because that's really hard to get one. So I'm trying with my nose and I'm just going and I'm saying, look, please, I'm so depressed. I can't sleep. I can't eat. I can't do anything. Every time I go out, people laugh at my nose. They call me Junos. They they do everything, and I'll just keep badgering and badgering the doctor. But I doubt you will. No, I don't have a hook. Oh, babe, I'm in Paisley. Brilliant. Babe, Toffee, I'm Paisley. Paisley. I'm Paisley. It's basically the outskirts of Glasgow. I'm on the outskirts of Glasgow. Just like we've been pushed, white flighted and squished out of the Glasgow. Still a Glasgow postcode. It's still Glasgow. Everything. It's just it's all the white people. Do you know what I mean? But I'm gonna be trying to move back. I've been trying to move for a wee while, but because of the COVID, um, we've everything's been on hold. You make a drink, darling. You make a drink. Where's Dankula? Yes, I'm very close to him. See where I used to live. I used to live literally 20 minutes from Dankula, and I have never seen him in my life. Trust me, I would see and remember that tranny shagger. Sorry, I just said the truth. He has sex with as he says, traps. He likes to call them traps. I can send you a video and put it the link if you don't believe me where he admits it. He said, quote, to Alex Jones, quote, because Alex Jones asked him, why do you want to sleep with a trap? Blah, blah, blah. Women are much more beautiful, blah, blah, blah. And he said, well, quote, a trap treats her dick like it's a, what was it? Like it's a, like it's something amazing. Like, and it just that goes for it. Whereas a girl treats your dick like it's work. Plus, he loves anal, and his bud won't. Well, his wife now won't let him do anal, so he's like still obsessed with the traps. He's probably gonna. I'm guaranteed he's Scottish. I know Scottish men like him. Trust me, he'll cheat on her. They get drunk and then I'll fuck yeah, I'll fuck you. They don't care about what they fuck. They'd fuck a bin. Seriously. It's just Scottish guys, Not all Scottish guys, but Mark Clay Spaghetti, how you doing, pal? Can I just say your video, OMG, I cried. It was amazing. You made me cry. You are like the most talented person ever. That heat floating along with the other heat, it was just to die for. I was like, oh, and then see the bit when like they're hugging and then she just shoots him. And you're like, yes! It was just so on point. That is nice, Toffee. That is cool. I've got a friend in Liverpool. Cheers, talented, okay. I thought it was talented. I really did. I thought, like, do you know, what's ASMR? Because somebody said, see, because I was doing this with my nails that I got done today, I was doing this. Just clicking them, and someone said that they thought that this was an ASMR. Wait, I'll do it later. They said, just cheers. I thought this was an ASMR channel because of the nails. And I don't know what that means, so why is Marco get a spanner? Oh, Scudgy, you're getting one. Don't worry, you're getting one right now. Because I didn't realise that you were there. You're getting one right now because you are amazing. Amazing. And you are... I'll check who's who's a mod and who isn't and all this kind of shit. It's just because sometimes, like, honestly, with YouTube, you can ask anybody on YouTube who's a streamer. It's been fucking around. It's been taking people's mods off. It's been doing all this crazy shizer, and it needs to in Minecraft blow its brains out and just get new people. Right, here we go. So let me think. I'm gonna fix it. So I need to do, what was I gonna do again? I was gonna make it to, yeah, right, I know what to do. So settings, general, channel, branding, basic, advanced, permission, community, there we go. Come on, motherfucker. Right, alright, these are moderators. There's my mods. There's people that I don't even know in this as mods, so they've got to go. So, and then it's like, fuck off, I don't know you, go away. Dusty Wogan's one. Mark Clettis is Spaghetti, Grey Dragon. So how do I spell your name? Let me check. How do I spell your name? And Cyril L needs one. Marco is a mod. I'm getting these. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm doing it right now. Can you hear me? ASMR is like how weird sounds, goosebumps when you get from certain sound is weird goosebumps you get from certain sounds. No, but it's like a fetish on this channel because they're saying that girls that do it. Anyway, I miss you, Rainpipe. I'm still at work. Oh, Rainpipe, don't go anywhere. I'm trying to get you onto, what's it called? I'm trying to get yous, what's it called? Wrenches. So don't be holding on saying, oh, they're too heavy. They're too heavy, man. Oh, I've only got 7 likes and I've got 10 people watching. Come on, get me up to 10, please. Give me some likes, man. Right. No, I want. It's not. That's not the point, Sarah. Honestly, I was actually about to. We were talking about it earlier. Who needs mods? Oh, I got it. Thank you, whoever liked me. Right, Squidgy schedule. Add moderator. Fucking YouTube shadow banning my comments again. They always do that. They're so gay. You have to write things in a certain way. It's really annoying. Can you click on people's names in the chat? What do you mean? Like, I will, Toffee. Don't worry. I will. Mark's mod from Squid discussion. Gert fucking YouTube channel. Jeff Knotts, listen, you need to be able to just be like, fuck you, and what's the word? I don't know, just learn how to Oh, your new GDL site. I'm not afraid to fight a girl. Rainpipe, calm down. Calm down, right. Sarah, Rainpipe is actually a good guy. I don't know why he's being acting like this now. Mod fight! It's like mod fight! Anyway, let me see, back to the StreamYard. So, here we go. Can you hear me? I hope you can hear me. That's been gone for a year now. Insane that TV from Birkenhead have been watching it once. It's a small thing. That is a small head. Let's say we were joking. Yeah, I know you're joking. Oh, because Sarah said to fight her. Right, okay, yeah. I'm only joking as well. Like, do you really think I think like you're actually gonna fight? First of all, how could you fight on a computer? Oh, that would be chaos. Second of all, it just wouldn't happen. Not when I'm around because I'd say no. No, no, no. Did anyone see Family Guy today? Meg nearly had sex with, oh my god, Quagmire. Ew, ew, ew. She was actually gonna fuck him. It was disgusting. And there was a bit when she farted, right? And do you know what he done? He turned around and he goes, oh, it's okay. Sometimes when your body farts, it lets out air. It's to let room in for something else. And she went, like what? Like, and I was like, oh, for fuck. Oh, talking about anal on this. Like, that's sick. I still watch the Dusty Bogan, yeah. Oh, thank you, Jeff Knotts. I'll put that up there if anyone wants to join this new gym thing. I'll go on to it later. Let me see, because I can't get onto it now. Or wait, see if I can get onto it now, but I need to save it. Do you know what I mean? And then Oh, right, so wait, Sarah. Anyone, wait, what's this? Why are you streaming so late anyway? Turn your live stream off for fuck's sake. Why, Toffee? I'm live streaming. I just was at the same time trying to get more people on. I like live streaming, and the reason I'm late, it's not that late. It's actually 11 o'clock, 11 p.m. So I thought, why not stream? This is awful. At least you don't watch Mersh anymore. I do, Rainpipe. I watch Mersh all the time. Look, and do you want to see something? Actually, you might quite like it. I got, first of all, this is Pastor Royce top. Because I love Royce, right? And then, because I love Mersh as well, I got Mana. And I'm going to be wearing them when I go onto my, in fact, I might put it on now. Yeah, right, wait a minute. I'll put it on now. Don't be peeking. If anyone peeks, then you're a perv. Deal? 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 Oh, Sarah, thanks. You joined me. And then if again, anyone peeks, you're a perv. This damn Italian. Damn Italian. Why the eyes? It's just a vest. Nothing to see here, nothing to see. Calm down, there's nothing to see. Just a fucking little vest that had flowers. Now I'm gonna put on my Mersh and Royce top. The only reason I don't go to Mersh is because Mersh, like, I like his show, but he doesn't really know me, or, like, I don't know, like, whereas Royce, like, speaks to me all the time, and we've got, like, a relation, like, a friendship going, you know, and, so with Mersh, I like him, and I watch him on the main thing, but it's just different, do you get what I mean? So, look, ROTC. Me and Saz would make a good couple. Use wood, Mark Coletti. Those pants have to go down. Pants? Trousers? But jeans? Why? What's wrong with them? Don't you like them? My jeans? Oh my god, that's because they're open. Sorry, I forgot they were open. Damn it. I'd ate a pie and it made me feel bloated. I thought I needed to poo, and then I was like, oh well. What's wrong with them in all seriousness? Like, they're jeans. Like, what's wrong with them? Why do they need to go? Tell me, it says I love you, you know that I'd listen to you. Why do they need to go? Brutus! Brutus, you better come on here. Brutus, you need to. I've already pointed out that you lied and said, no, it was the colour they were. All right, the jeans. So it's jeans. Do you know what jeans are? Like, yeah, like, well, obviously you know what jeans are. You can get rid of them if you want. Lissa is the queen of Discord. She thinks, oh, for fuck's sake, is she still doing that, Rainpipe? No, Bruce, please. Look, I got my nails done and my hair. Brutus, I want you to stream with me, please. No, for some reason they were bright blue. Maybe it was because when I was putting them on, it was like this. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, because look, it's jeans, and then the t-shirt is like blue, and it's got Mersh and thingy on it, and then the other one is Pastor Royce. Then I've got another one that's black, and it says something. Something about Daywave mental hospital or something. I'm sleeping. Okay. Brutus is gay. I'm just reading, like, what the fuck with your boyfriend? Here, listen, persona non grata. At first I thought you were joking, but if you're being serious about my Brutus, he is a very, very handsome, tired, long-haired man. Don't you dare abuse him, or I will spank you. And I like you, so don't make me spank you. It makes me go, wah, I have to spank someone I like. No. So is anyone wanting to jump on? Anyone? Rainpipe, tell me more about Super Series. Oh, persona non grata, yeah. Listen, you can't say I'm white knight because I'm a girl. First of all, I'm 5 foot and I'm in Scotland. And I know he can take care of himself. He's a big lad. Do you know what I mean? He's a man. He's a man. He's a man. Anyway, but the point is, please do not say that because he's not gay. He's actually the most ungay person in the world. He's a very sexual being. I'm joking. I'm starting to sound like fucking Rashish Brown Pill. Fucking like, are you sitting there licking your lips with the curry? Do you like it? Do you want me to rub the curry on your mother? Do you want me to put the curry inside of her vagina and then suck it out? That's the kind of shit he was saying. You're in the British son. And you're in. Oh, I was only persona grata. A lassie not like a guy that she's never met on the internet without being like, oh, you're gonna shag her. Oh, how, like, when somebody loves, like, say if he was like, say if it was someone like that streamed that was 5 minutes from me, you'd be like, oh god, dude, she's in there. They'll be away shagging. Like, any streamers that live near me, kidding on. No, seriously, like, really, I'm quite getting desperate here. It's just I'm just a soft middle class lad. Oh, Bruce, I would make you so, I would break you probably. I would make you cry. I would make you just be sitting there going, what's happened to my life? Oh God, I met her and she 1 minute we were having a drink and the next minute I woke up. I feel so violated. And by the way, this is 5 months later. He's like, I don't know. And then like, he was trying to tell the police that I'd raped him. And then it's like, they're like, but you stayed for 5 months. And he was like, but she can be so good. And like, I don't know, she put a spell on me. And oh God. And then they just walked away from him, like, and I was like sitting like because I actually did put a spell on him. Well, I drugged him every day and then just raped him. Sorry, Bruce. Hello, hi, So Johnny Musings, and hi, Adam. Thoughts on Uncle Ben? Uncle Ben, who's that? Is that the black guy that's on the fucking food? I'm being serious, you know, like the black guy saying, what are you doing me, man? You know the black guy that sits in food? Is that who you're talking? Does your dog ever shit indoors? How do you handle? He doesn't shit indoors. Look, he's a wee boy. Come here. Look, how do I handle him? This is how. Look, Bailey, lie down. Good boy. Right, don't kiss. Sit. No, right, stop. No kissing. No kiss. No. Right, sit. Good boy. Now, paw. No licking. Right. That's the only thing he does that's bad. Lick. Come here. Up. No. Why do you do that when you know time and time again you're not allowed to? Come here. Ow! You're lucky you don't have balls because I swear you're probably trying. Stop it. No. You're a good boy. Anyway, he doesn't shit inside, no. He's very good. He waits till he goes outside. You're a junkie doing live streams. This is so horrible. Toffee, fuck off. Like, I thought you were my friend. Mind you, who's a real problem in our society. From Son and Umbrella. What's his name? Lacy. His name is Bailey. Rub his face in it. Bailey. Yeah. The fuck is going on? Bailey's just being a weirdo, basically. Mind rape is a real problem in our society. It actually is. His name's Bailey, as in Bailey, rub his face in it. So, yeah, basically. Am I your friend? So, Rainpipe, you'll always be my friend. Always. Rainpipe, I'll never not let you be my friend. You're just amazing. Booyakasha! Yay! The saxophone was swing. Good evening, people. Hey! They're responsible for the development every day. Who? The Jew? Who use? Damn tube taking over the chat. I never sent a D like Nat Wow. Rainpipe, why did people fall? People fell out with you or something? Because I've never fell out with you. And Natclo is just a snake who ran straight, literally like sent a dick pic, then cried, and the next day was on that gay show, like going meh meh, and it's like he must have thought he would be famous going on that show. Now he just lives in this world where basically they just all sit around and do fuck all is gay as shit. Yeah. I know Adam, see when I saw Squidgy and I was like, yes. And Modus Mokarana, I was like so happy. And Sarah, of course, she's just amazing. I love Sarah. I love her. I'm fucking annoyed that it's like 20 past 11 now, and it's like nothing really to do apart from watch TV or make food, and I don't eat that much. Squidgy Sudgy, Lacy, will you stand and look for bread for me? Babe, I thought about it. I did. I really did. And I was really close to it, and then I thought, firstly, I'm a cheap bastard. Secondly, food is quite hard to get around here if you're poor. Thirdly, I like bread and I'm cheap, basically all in one, so I wouldn't want to waste a loaf of bread. If it was out of date, however, I would easily stand on it. What would your reasoning be? Do you get off on that in any way? Because I'd love to know how, because then I would do it the best way ever. I'd be like, stand, squish. Tell me how you get off on it. There are now to use anti-opiate drugs for the problems and solutions. Yes, 100%. Too bloody hot to see. Hi, Alexandra. That's weird because like Alexandra, is that not a female's name usually? And then you're like, hi, Lacy. Booyah, Mark. Can you please come and stream? I want Sarah and Mark to come and stream. Aye, Mark will make. Come on, Mark, you're amazing. People, everyone should say Mark, Mark, Mark. But like, obviously, in the computer to get him on, it would be good. It would be a good way to get him on. Mark, Mark, Mark. Well, I'm not judging Alexander. It's just, it's like I suppose it'd be like if I was called Max, because you do get females called Max. Mark. I need a link. Do you want the link? I'll get it to you here. Right, here we go. Wait a minute. Vroom, 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 vroom. Here it is here. I'm so glad you guys are coming on. It's fucking really good news, by the way. I'm so happy. I'm like, ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, we have Marco. That nose. Oh, Mark, how you doing, pal?
Doing good, mate. How are you doing?
Yes, I'm doing great. How is that nose? Is it, hard to breathe?
Oh, it's used to steal pennies from people's pockets.
Yes, of course, because you're a Jew, aren't you? I'm pretty sure. And here
Yeah.
we go to Saz. So, Saz, are you loving Mark's nose?
Of course, of course.
I love Mark and I love you. These two people are amazing, right? Look at Jeff Nuts. See the avatar that Marco done? Look at his nose. It's covering his whole face of Mark
You want to see it
Collette.
grow?
That's
Like, watch it grow.
That's
Oh,
actually
that's
what he
actually.
looks like. That's what he looks like. That's not edited or anything.
Yeah, it's, do you know when? Wait, I'll tell you when it looks like him, right? Wait, see,
Go
that
get
basically
it.
that one. That one is the one he looks like, honestly.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, he knows. Oh, look, there's a woman. Is that him? Have you done that female swap? 'Cause someone done it for me and I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, that's amazing. But it's like, I had a beard, but I still had my long hair. And I was like, you'd think they'd cut my hair off. And like, so I had like hair and then like eye makeup on my eyes. And then I had like this beard. And I was like, okay, this is gay. Look at Marco, is he ready for a cock to go in his mouth? Like, oh. Oh, persona non grata, that's so true. Do you know it says Mark is such a condescending prick. Thank you, because see what he done to me. Like, he literally fucking he made, remember obviously the megabus situation and all that shit. And he made it out. I've got the full video, like, and a lot of people like clipped it and like made it into like some things that it wasn't. Like, it was obviously his group, and but I just released the full video on BitChute, like with my pal, because we were both on it. And he basically made out that I was like harassing him for abusing the megabus people when I was abusing the megabus at the same time, and it was all about the megabus. And then he was saying fucking I was saying no, it's not about the megabus, it's about the fact that you do not give a fuck about the working class. I was like, I travelled 500 miles. I don't have the money to get like a flight fucking for an hour, or trains which are like fucking £500 return. That's my full month's wages. Do you know what I mean? Like, well, benefits, like whatever. Like, and I was like, and you're fucking telling me I have to spend all of that, like. And I went all the way down on my own accord and like hailed you and done everything like that you told me to do. He told me to post. He told me to print out 100. It's okay to be white stickers, and I fucking did it exactly what he said, and I ended up in the papers because fucking one of the wee towns I'd went and put it into when the bus stopped. It was a wee town, and they said I put it up, and it's either it's okay to be white ones, and there's only a few left. It just says it's okay to be white, but I'd put like most of them were in Manchester and things like that. But there was one, and I put it in, and it basically made the paper. And do you know what they said in the paper? They said some white nationalist who's fucking posted that up, and they said, we can't believe that people in this day and age actually still think that to think, let alone say that out loud, is okay. And I was like, what? So it's not okay to be white? What? Like, do you know what I mean? Is that not crazy? Hey.
I guess so. You know, you said about Mark hating the working class, right? There was
Yeah.
a Laura on Twitter, Laura Towler. She said Mark Collett is working class himself. The guy who grew up in a middle class village is somehow
He's not
working
working
class.
class. He's not. Trust me. Have you heard that accent? And plus, he hangs around with all the Yanks.
Yeah.
Lacy, do you have a headset or something?
Yeah, I do. Wait a minute here.
I think that like we're hearing the echo from it.
Wait, sorry, is that better? I look like an alien though. Look. Down, 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 down. That's why. Have you seen my video where Irrational Times made it for me? And it's like sometimes she's sleeping, sometimes she's drinking, sometimes she's thinking, but she never is. She's lying. And then like I'm rolling about drunk and doing all stuff. But he does that with the headphones at the end with me doing that. But it's amazing. Like I love it. I put it up on my thing.
No, I can't hear. Is that just me or can you?
I can hear her.
I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't talking. I was just sitting.
All right. My bad.
Right, cool.
So when you going on Brute's stream, Lacey?
I'm waiting for him to tell me. Like when Bruce invites me on his stream, I'll be on his stream.
Get it sorted, Bruce, mate.
I want to be on his stream soon because he's cool. Oh, he just messaged me on thingy. He says, "Lol, I've been drinking." Okay, pal. I just abused him. Too late. Don't.
Yeah, Bruce has definitely been drinking.
Yeah, well, he won't come on because he says he's been drinking. But I'm like, okay. Rainpipe, can I? Oh no, wait, Rainpipe's in the thing. Yeah, I just noticed Rainpipe had got a full new, yeah, 36 followers and 37 following. He's got a full new thing and a new avatar and a new, Twitter. And it's like, I wondered why he was asking me, am I still my friend and all this kind of stuff. He must have, like, fucked off from that community and then changed everything. And now he's, like, I don't know. Something must have happened. I've missed it. Anyway, bloody hell, just found out Hemi and Ralph were on the same stream earlier. Interesting. Oh, Hemi and Ralph were on the same stream earlier. Squidgy, you're invited right now. Right now, I will give you an invite. Do you want one? Who wants Squidgy on?
Oh, y'all want Scuggy on.
Oh, is it Stuggy? Sorry. Right.
Scuggy.
Here. Right. Paste. Come on. Oh, who's Hobbit? Who's Hobbit?
You know, he's the one that does 14 words with him.
Oh, right. Cool. I think he's really smart. Like, I like him. I think he's funny. He's always kind to me.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. That's why I'm curious why they keep deleting his comments and stuff.
Yeah.
He's not like insulting anyone. He's just talking about his excrement.
Yeah. Freeman on the Sand says, my good friend Hobbit doesn't like women though. 17 words is the best.
That's Hobbit. That's Hobbit.
That's Hobbit. Oh, Friedman on the Sand. Right. Well, maybe, like, he might not like women, but he's still polite. I mean, he's nice to us. So at least that's a good thing. Right, Rainpipe. I was asking you about what happened, like, to your, what's it called? Where did everyone go as well? If anyone want to jump on. Someone wrote, YouTube is coming. Wait a minute. Wait. Someone wrote YouTube is coming in bad. Good night, Hawaii people. Okay, right. Well, I'll see you guys later if you want.
Hey, Uncle Don's coming on.
Yay! Okay, right. Let him on. Let him on. Uncle Don.
I already sent it to him.
Where is he?
Where'd Marco go?
I don't know, babe. That's what I was saying. Like, what happened? If you're on for another hour, I will call in. Rain Pipe, I want you in now because I want to ask you a couple of questions. Please, please, just while until Uncle, what's his name's back. Too late for me to jump on, to be honest. Oh no, wait, there's Marco. It's not Booyah, shall we love you? Here's Mark. Yay!
Hello.
Yeah, and I see you're ready for another big black cock in your mouth.
You mean German cock?
Oh my god, how much is he fucking... I'm not being funny. I was going to say, I think he fancied... I'll see you later, pal. I always thought he fancied... what's it called? See, how you doing, Adam? I always thought he fancied... What's his name? Until I got the invitation from, you know who. Anti-white. And he gave me an offer I cannot refuse. Hey, Adam, how you doing?
Good, thanks. I ain't got long, but hello.
Hello. No, if you've not got long, you just say what you need. Do you like my t-shirt? See the... What's it called? Do you like Revenge of the Sis?
Revenge of the Sis? What's that?
Yeah. It's a like comedy, it's like kind of, they do a comedy stuff where they basically find people on the web. It's two guys, and they find the worst channels and like with people that are like fucking, like girls that think they're really good looking, but they're just like e-girls that are just complete riots, and they like patrol them, but they like literally laugh at them and they make them lol cows. And then you remember Porcelain? Did you know Porcelain? He's from the UK. He made films about everybody, and they would work with him and like see with like about Owen Benjamin and stuff like that. And he would watch. They've been on Owen Benjamin's case since Christmas. Since they saw him sit alone at Christmas, they were like, okay, he's fucked. He's done something. And the whole time when he was crying about his friend, like about and he was trying to blame what's his name for he was trying to blame Thingy for killing his friend, Ben Shapiro for killing his friend, and it was like, no, your friend did not get killed by Ben Shapiro, your friend died because he took a heroin hit. You know? How you doing, Donny?
Lacy.
I love you, Donny.
Lacy, I love you, Lacy.
Oh, Donny, you're the bane.
My Scottish thistle.
Oh, I'll always be your Scottish thistle. And you know what? I'll never die. I just dry out and you put me in a book.
What's going on, Lacy? You taking the piss out of old Can't Lick a Stamp?
Who can't lick a stamp? Oh my god,
Colette.
yeah, remember. Please, no, wait. Oh, the videos, whoever made those videos, I want to not only marry, but just love forever. Because, well, I love them. See the group anyway, because you guys are amazing. Like, see the joint effort we have done. They have literally had to talk about it now. The fact that they've had to bring it up, that is amazing. Like, apparently we're all losers, we're all nothings, we just sit around doing nothing and oh, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no, we don't. We actually sit and do better things. We are more. What the fuck has he done for the UK? What's he done for the UK? He wants to be a he basically is like Hitler. But he wishes he was Hitler. He wants to take over like Europe and fucking America and like just everywhere basically. And it's like, no, you don't do that. That's not nationalism. Like, and all these sheep that are just meh, like they all run from fucking Tommy, find out he's a shell, and then feel hurt, but then they run straight to Mark's arm without doing any research.
How do you think I feel? You got Americans over here who sit here and praise Mark Collette like he's something special like that. That right there, that's actually humiliating.
It is, and do you not feel like, and it must be hard, like, when you try and tell them stuff, because they think you're crazy and stuff, and you're like, but no, I'm not crazy. It's like, because I was there when you were trying to tell two guys, and it's like, they treat us like we're fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Well, it's humiliating when week after week after week after week, Mark Collette has Yanks and Aussies and that on his show, and he doesn't even have a British co-host, and they talk about stuff in America. Like, that's humiliating.
I know, and then they talk about, like, he laughed at the 37 words, and see when they said about the British race, he went, oh, for goodness sake, there's no such thing as race. There's no such thing as race, and he's meant to be fucking based. Shut up.
That was cringe. I mean, the 37 words are LARPy, but I like them. But the fact that Enoch was allowed to slag them off and Mark said nothing is a bit shameful.
Yeah, and then the fact that, like, it was 100% shameful, and the fact that he literally turned around and said, what was it? He turned around and says, basically, like, I don't think that, I think that, I can't remember what he said, and he basically was just being a dick, and then he was like, he says, that's what it was. He said,
that's something Sargon would have said.
Yes, that's what it was. Thank you. I was trying to remember.
Then again, I did some looking into the 37 words, and they're not in the original 1902 book, so they were completely invented.
Crazy, let him Shuggy.
Sorry?
Let him Shuggy.
Shuggy. Right, Shuggy, in you come.
Scoogie, mate.
Oh, he's down there. Sorry, I didn't see him. Wait till I get rid of him. I need to. Right, I see him. He's hiding. Shuggy, come on. Over you come, big man. There you go.
Scoogie!
Scoogie! Right, who is it? I need to know who is it. Was it a group effort that done these? See all the videos. The first one was the dancing heads, right? And then Laura Tower ruining the thing by stabbing her, which was a good metaphor, by the way. The second one was my favourite one, and I honestly got goosebumps. See when they turned around and they had done that big one, and it was like they were saying about feminism, and then it was like, what's his name? Unwashed, and like just abusing all of them. I was like, this is amazing. And then today, like he tweeted, Brutus, he'd sent me a tweet saying, at Lacy-Marie, at YouTube, this video, like blah blah blah. And then like I had like 9 retweets from like all his pals retweeting it, and everyone like started following me because he was like, I wonder why they're following me. And he says, I just want to get you some more follows. I was like, oh, thanks. Like, but he did, like, big time. And then it was like, it was just, the video was amazing. It was like literally about well, you know what it was about. Like they show you Colette, and they show you everybody. They show you Brown Pill, and they show you him like dancing and singing and like basically being really sexual and talking about sexual stuff about what he wants to do to how he first of all he says he respects women, and then he keeps putting up pictures of like these ugly Indians, and then Then he's like, yeah, I totally respect him. And then the next minute he's running away from the police. And the next minute he's like, then he's like talking about what he would do to his mother if he said, I would take your mother and I would literally make you look her in the eyes. I put something into her vagina. And like, just really, I mean, sick shit. Like, stuff that you should not hear. And it was just, oh, so sick.
Yeah, he's kind of a sick guy if you like listen to anything he says. Like, I'll take you down the pub and wank you off, mate. You're a bunch of boys, Brutus. What are you doing? You disgrace the name of Mummy Towler. Hashtag dicks out for Mummy Towler. I mean, he said some really awful shit. Like, how do they let him? How does he keep getting away with it?
Because
It's
he's
just odd.
listen. It's not just odd. I've been thinking about it, right? Think about this. He has, as I learned from him and Donnie and a lot of people, right? I'm not going to say people's names, but anyway, he basically Mark was introduced to him by a Jew, okay? And
Joe the
that's
Jew,
how-
yeah.
Yeah, the Jew. So that's how they became friends, because he was friends with the Jew. Now he gets away with all this stuff even when before he was a Sivnat, he would get away with it all. Then he would get away with it when he was a Sivnat. Then he would get away with all the stuff like repatriation now. He gets away with it all, and it's not because he's brown, is it fuck? It's because most police would still be like, no, fuck you, you're causing trouble, this is crazy, go fuck yourself. And he basically, there's something just not right, and he just, yeah.
He shit the bed. He really did shit the bed.
Yeah, I just don't know, like, he just,
Didn't he invite you over or something?
no, it wasn't him that invited me over, it was, it was, let me see how do I say it, I don't know if I should say it on thing,
Yeah.
but,
I want to show you my bio spirit.
he did actually invite me over. He turned around and said, why don't you come to London and stay the night with me? Like, we can go to the Speaker's Corner tomorrow. And I was like, nah.
Oh shit, Coach Brownpill.
Ew.
Oh, I just saw a tweet from him. I can make Jim out and a Nick Griffin laugh without
Do you know,
any.
did you not see the argument, guys? Did you not see the argument I had with fucking Unwashed?
Yeah, the crossdresser. Yeah.
Yeah, and but can I just say also, not just crossdresser, he literally had a bra on his sister's bra and padded it. He told me he was wearing a thong. I'm being serious. Like, that is.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it.
I don't doubt it. The fact that I could feel the bra and the boobs, like, I was like, okay, this is fucked up. And then this was his joke, right? Like, a waitress came over and we were in he took us to a tranny bar. Ask Venus Rising, ask anyone that was there, and we didn't feel comfortable in it because we thought it was a joke at first. And then we realised, shit, this is a tranny bar and they're all trannies. Then he was like, we'd already got the drinks, but we were stuck, and we were like, fuck. And then one of them said, what did you come as? And he literally went, I came as a man dressed as a woman. And he thought that was the cleverest thing he'd ever said. And we all just looked at him like, what? Like,
Well, I mean, he likes girls, just, girls with a little something extra,
oh, it's just so disgusting. And then it came back, like, he was being so pervy to me. And, like, trying to, he kept trying to touch my ass and everything. And then, see, when we got back up, like, he literally, it's the video, first of all, he says, oh, and the girls on the, the thing that creeped me out is he didn't see any other girls. He only was with me and Venus Rising and that other lassie. And she's a bit older. And everyone else he was too scared to go near. And then he was like, when he got back, he made a video and he was like, and can I just say the girls on the right are so much more good looking. I was like, you only saw me and to like another person that's like what? I was like, ah. Well, his last wife was autistic, so I'm thinking. He told me that, yeah. So I'm thinking maybe he probably thinks, well, that's a step up from an autism. I'm like, no, it's this. You're just always going to step down because I will kick you down every step. Did you not see as well? I told him that he'd be if he was in prison, he'd be a prison bitch, and that I'd make him my bitch, and that I said every day I'd make him make my tea, every day I'd make him make my bed, every day I'd make him get my cigarettes that were smuggled in, and no, he couldn't have a draw. I said, and then I would make him like be my chair for half an hour while I sat and watched him roll ups, and then like he was like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" He said, "Do you really think I'm going to do that?" I was like, "Oh, I know in jail you would do that because he would. He's such a gimp." And he was like, "And what would I get out of that?" Like, and I was like, "Protection." He was trying to say I was wanting to shag him, and I was like, "What?" He was like, "What, are you trying to shag me or something?" I was like, No, you would get protection. That's all you'd get." He was like, "Oh."
Yeah, he seems like the preg type, you know?
Can you imagine the second you walked into prison, you would literally see that fear on his face and walk up to him and be like, "Give me your drugs, give me whatever you've got," and he would just give it to you.
He'd be holding your pocket.
Yeah, or I'd grab his pocket first. I'd be like, mine. It's so funny.
So we got Sazmador on. What's going on, Sazmador?
I'm just sitting here chilling for my boy Tucker.
Oh, who's your boy Tucker? Tell me.
Who's
that?
Tucker Carlson.
He's just like, the thing is that he's the only person we have right now. Even if he is controlled by the Jews or whatever, it doesn't matter. The message that he puts out there. The good thing is that people that are on the left coming to the right, they can stop in the middle and listen to him before they become like, neocons or whatever. So even if he is with the Jays, the message he's putting out there is good for us at least.
But he's not that controlled because he disagrees.
No,
with
he's definitely not. But
Hero.
I'm just letting like the people in your chat who are like obviously against him because they probably don't know anything about him besides what they hear on Fox News. I just sent them a link though that shows his true colors, like literally talking about how Middle Easterns are primitive monkeys and how if he could he would vote for a bigot any day. Why Obama got elected simply because he's black. Just like on and on and on. Like like what he does on Fox News, he has to do that. Like he's had all of his ads pulled every single week. Somebody's trying to take him off the air. He's going to get off the air. They're going to push him out. And if he does, he even mentioned that like he's been saving to have his own like studio kind of. I hope One American News grabs him. He literally said the K-I-K-E word when he was talking about what's destroying America. And he meant to say tycoons. And instead, he said the K word.
I'm going to go to bed now. I'm fucking knackered.
I know. You knackered, right? Sorry, darling. Right, well, who's that? Is that Squidgy?
Spooky.
Right, listen, it was really good speaking to you, pal. Thank you for coming on, though. Thank you. Honestly, I think everyone's tired, but thank you, pal, right?
Yeah.
Speak to you later, pal.
Well, real quick. So one thing, Alexandra, you got to understand. So this whole left-right spectrum thing is just, it's set up for insult. Like they put us on the right and they put Trump on the right, which is very insulting. But it doesn't matter. Like I said, he's just a stepping stone. He's just something for whenever people are trying to come, that are going further right or finding a sense of identity. He's good. He's just a stepping stone, right? Same thing as Jared Taylor. Same thing as like, I don't know, all these celebs that you come across and stuff. He's just a
But
stepping stone.
he's so much better. He's so much better than a
Well,
stepping stone.
the good
Because
thing
like
about him
everyone loves
is
him.
he's smart enough to know what he can and can't say. Like
Yeah.
where the line is drawn.
He doesn't cross that line. Yeah, sometimes he does. Like he freaks out. Remember the other day, and he literally crossed the line. But at the same time, it was kind of worth it because it was a really bad situation, and they were trying to fucking control him, and he just burst, like he exploded, and he was like, no, fuck that, I'll tell the truth, and he was just like, yeah. But that's why I love him.
And he's
and
already brought two, like, okay, there's this the guy from North, you probably don't know because you're not American, but there's a guy from North Carolina, and he was part of like Nick Fuentes' group, and he was running for Congress, and like Tucker invited
the
him
one
on
that
the
says,
show.
was it like the one that's like Jews rape babies?
No, he's the one that wants a moratorium on immigration. His name's like James Abrosia or Broska or whatever.
I thought you
And then he like brought on another one that like he brings them on all the time. Like, it is what it is, and I think the problem is that we're so skeptical of leaders or like streamers or whoever it is because disinformation and information that they put out, like that's what they want from us, so that no one's no, you can't trust anybody, and you're skeptical of everyone, and so what does that do? It leaves you without ever having anyone. So I don't like Fuentes, just so you know. I think it's I'm not. He's a Yankee, first of all.
He's what? Yankee.
Yeah, he's a Yankee.
Yeah. No, I don't like him for the fact that I've always known he was gay because see like the way he looks like repulsed when he talks about most guys when they want to, they have to wait to have sex, they're like, oh, I can't wait till I'm fucking 18 and get my whole yes. Like he's just like
it's just not, it's like we're not in a joking situation and we're not in an ironic situation. I get why he wants to like do the whole irony bro thing about the cookies, the 6 million cookies, or yada yada. But the problem is that like, you people won't take you serious, and this isn't a joking matter. Like I understand like the English, like the Anglos, y'all all have y'all's bants and stuff, but there's a reason. I constantly tell people there's a reason that the English have the sense of humor that they have. Y'all have been through so much, and y'all have been around for so long. It's kind of like when situations so fucked up, all you could do is sit there and make fun of yourself. But like y'all do it in such a way. But anyways, Nick Fuentes and the way that he does his irony posting, like it becomes aggravating. Like no one can take him serious. Like plus he's Catholic. I mean,
and he like totally shows Catholicism on his fucking streams. And then he told all his guys, no e-girls ever, like no girls, no girls, no girls. And then like literally goes out and has a date with a cat boy.
y'all do not want to get me started on cat boy. You can ask
cat boy.
I don't know if Marcus on here, but that is just one person you don't want to get me started on.
Right? Do you know a lot about him?
Yeah. I tried to destroy Hemi's stream once because of it.
But Hemi would be like, "Hey, why? What did I do? Did you just be like, fuck this? I'm just blowing the stream up."
Yeah.
No, I was pissed, man. I was pissed that they brought him on, and I confronted him.
They
did. Like no one knew. No one knew about his past. And what I did is that, like days before that, I just seriously like creeped the shit out of him on every platform that he was on, just so I can like prove to them how depraved he was. And my laptop charger broke, and so I lost all of my stuff to be able to prove it. So I confronted him, and he like kind of made a joke of it, and everybody else kind of gave it a laugh. And then when I got my charger back, I dropped them just one link, and they're like, "Okay, I can't listen to past 45 seconds of this." And I was like, "That is who y'all just had on your stream."
Yeah, did they not know then? Oh my gosh. That's disgusting. Like, did you not send? You should have sent the picture of the dildo and everything. He's done worse.
That's not even it. That's not even the bad part. You want to know what the disgusting part is? He's literally admitted to I don't believe in bisexuality. You're either gay or you're not.
Yeah.
Okay, so he admitted to being gay. He makes 13, 14-year-old girls like give, what is it called? The orgasm face or whatever. He
What?
tells them that like he would ask for tits, but you know he'd go to jail for that, so he'd ask for feet. He tells people that like like guys that they should date rape women, like you know the girls in their class.
That's disgusting.
He asks people about their body count and like what's their favorite position. These are all people underage.
That's disgusting. By the way, why is Nick hanging out with him? What the fuck? And why is
I don't think Nick knew about all this. You know.
Yeah, he
yeah.
disavowed after it happened.
He did disavow after. I didn't know that because I just knew he stuck up from saying, look, he's good because this was straight after. He said he's good because he's the kind of guy that will run through like an anime thing and say like 13% of the population cause 50% of the crime. Said we need that kind of people. We need to stretch out, and people were still going like that. Ew. His whole thing was against him.
The problem
so they
is,
must know.
this is what the problem is like the whole thing with Nick being an irony bros. Oh, a guy walks around dressed as a cat boy. Oh, it's just funny. It's irony. It's comical. What the hell are you? How is that funny or humor? I'm from the South. Maybe it's different down here. Because if you ever saw a guy walking around dressed as a cat boy, they would freaking hang you by your toes and skin you.
It's the same here. Trust me. Trust me. In Glasgow, it's exactly the same. Seriously, it's like if you see in Glasgow, like if you were to walk out and have like something ridiculous on, like I mean, see, like lassies can walk around wearing wee skirts and stuff if they're coming back from the dancing. Guys wear clothes. They can wear like nice clothes, but because I live in a scheme, it'd be like walking through the projects. Like seriously, like it's because it's a massive scheme, he would get literally held down and raped. I'm not joking.
Well, even as depraved as New Orleans is, it's like it's still like when it comes to sexuality, it's still segregated. They have a gay side and they have a straight side. If a gay guy goes on the straight side, they're going to
we don't have gays on. See where I live, we chase them out. Like there's no gays where I live. Like they're like, if there is, they pretend they're not. Do you know what I mean? Because they know if they come out. Like there is a gay guy around the corner, and we all know he's gay, but he pretends
you have to understand
not.
that like New Orleans isn't. No native really goes to New Orleans. You have to understand that. Like people from my state hate New Orleans. The only people that keep the tradition or the culture alive are foreigners. So it's a bunch of foreigners that come down here, and like they are forced. Like the homosexuals are forced to stay on one side. That's just the way that it is.
Yeah,
and
good.
So,
good.
And it's the same thing as if you see like a white girl with like a black guy. Like that girl will be shamed. Like she 100% will be down.
Good. Like,
that's just the way that it is, and it's like because it's still really kind of traditional down here. We're segregated. It's all that. Like I mean, I wish we didn't have to do segregation. I just wish it wasn't something that was
the
an
thing
issue
is,
at all.
see here, because we don't have so much like, do you know what I mean, like that. It's like self segregation, but because we are still like an ethno state, it's more with the gays. It's more with the gays.
Sad. It's freaking sad because you're basically all white and you're liberal as hell. Like I think one of the reasons
I'm not liberal. I'm not.
No,
liberal.
no, you're not. But you're just like you're one.
Where I live, everybody voted. See, like fucking, we all voted Brexit. We all voted like we have a conservative like local MP, because where I live it's like we've grew up traditional families. We're all poor, but at the end of the day, like I think poor people seem to have like not just in the UK, poor people seem to have more morals than rich people. They're more liberal, and whereas in America it seems to be that
my point is that like my state alone is 33% African American, right? And you would think that like we would, we wouldn't be as wholeheartedly red as what we are. And it's like, it's overwhelmingly, it's like almost 70% of my state literally voted, conservative. It's every single Southern state that votes like that. Alabama is, I think has 36% African American, and it's the most conservative country. I mean, most conservative state. Simply because we're aware and we understand, we see them for what they are. And so you have places like Vermont, and you have places like, up north where it's like 98, 99%, white. It's the same thing as in Scotland. because they aren't familiar and they're not aware and they don't see them for what they are. Like they don't, it's like they can't know. They're inexperienced with it. And it's like, that's the shit.
Yeah. Fucking hell, that's crazy. Though. It's just crazy that like that shit's happening, and it's like,
Whoa.
What?
Oh, no, I just thought there was a mishap there.
Oh. But Donnie knows. Donnie knows. I think New Jersey. I think. Oh, you're not New Jersey. Never mind. I think New Jersey's about to flip red as well.
Yeah, Jersey has like one of the highest incidences of what the enemy would call hate groups, but it's really just like a lot of patriotic people who just don't want the country to go to shit.
I thought New Jersey simply because of your you're a big wop. My bad. Wait, Massachusetts is pretty white, isn't it? Isn't it like 90 something?
Yeah, the highest amount of immigrants to come in to that area is basically Chinese and Dominicans. And most of the Dominicans are drug dealers, and the Chinese, they just buy up real estate. That's pretty much how it works. What happened to Lacy?
I think it's her. I think probably her internet or something. I don't know.
Her jitternet.
Yeah. Wait, you're not on Twitter, huh?
No, I don't do Twitter.
I'm usually not either, but like, there's a few Southerners I really like to follow, man. And I think one of them got like gulagged or something. I'm really sad.
Oh, Dingo?
No.
You follow Dingo?
No, I don't follow Dingo. It's the last person I followed. No, it's David Alakovid. He's one of the guys that promote Identity Dixie. Oh
yeah, I know you talk. Masonius. He's a good dude.
I don't know what happened to him.
I mean, this is just like allegedly stories I've heard, but yeah, Masonius had Jared Howe on, who's like buddies with what's his face, fucking Cantwell, and apparently they split from TRS because Mike apparently Rufus, one of them guys, said that some TRS guys doxed the Identity Dixie. So I don't know what's going on with that. Pretty crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I was actually going to take a break this week from Discord and from YouTube and all this shit, but I got drawn in.
I mean, so much has happened. Like, Coach has been blown the fuck out. I mean, everybody, Coach Brownpill is obviously Rakesh. So,
well, to be honest, I like all this stuff that PvP said, I had said a few days before, but like I started thinking about it, and like 1 Timothy 2, where it talks about like a woman should be silenced and she shouldn't be, she shouldn't teach or whatever. I started thinking about that, and I was like, it probably wouldn't be wise for me to go on there and like to talk about the 37 like in Daniel and then in Revelations and stuff. And I was like, I'm just not gonna say anything, but I did put it in the text. So whenever PvP did it, I was like, good on him.
Oh, we'll wait for you, Lacy. No problem. Hold down the fort. Yeah, so much has happened today. It's like, all of this autism has just released, in like a short period of like 2 days. Like a lot of shit's happened.
Yeah, I haven't really been. I haven't really been around. I kind of took a bit of a break, I didn't know all y'all were drinking today, though. Kind of sad. No one told me.
Yeah, what are you drinking?
Well, I got that freaking. I wish I wouldn't have gotten it, but I do like gin and tonic. But I got so I didn't have to go back to the store like next week because I drink like every other week. I got like a really big thing of gin, and so I'm just sick of it now. But I had a daiquiri that I had froze, and then so I just made a drink. Brutus is like pissed, man. He's gone.
Yeah, what did I miss? Did something else happen after that went down?
No.
That pagan dude was fucking weird.
He wouldn't say it, but like what he was saying, cosmotheism, pantheism, that is William Pierce. Like that's him 100%. I knew what he was trying to say, but he just wasn't saying it very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was kind of really into the like religious infight, and yeah, it also was like all the gay groypers. That's another thing I don't understand. Like, why did this catch on in the UK, especially with Colette? Because I mean, I'm guessing Colette is National Socialist, so why would they be taking you know like any kind of
Do they not?
strategy from
Do
amnats,
do
from like
they
the
not
lame ass
realize?
amnats?
Yeah,
Yeah,
do they not realize David Lane was part of the order? Like
yeah.
literally the reason Ruby Ridge happened, Waco. And then you have like Waco, and you have all this other stuff, and that's why our laws got so restricted, and gave the federal government so much more power. Like I don't
Yeah,
think there's
because
any idea.
I mean, do they do the whole like 14 spamming in Fuente's chat? Like he'd probably flip out about that.
I don't know. Absolutely no. I don't know. I've watched a little bit of Fuentes. I just watched like whenever like he would troll like Charlie Kirk and all them because I don't like Charlie Kirk. But the minute that he started to like retract everything that he said, like all the irony that he said, like that just showed like that at that point, it kind of just showed me like how serious he was. It's pretty sad that I mean we got a 56er that's like leading our country, like literally America, the melting pot.
Yeah, that Andy No or whatever the hell his name is, like that dude's done a lot more than most of these people, and this is like coming from a lot of the TRS dudes, just because they're really going at that dude too on Twitter.
Yeah.
The guy who got like hit with that concrete milkshake or something.
I don't know. It's all such a joke. I have no idea. I don't even know. You can't have people come out and be so extreme, but you still can't have them like constantly joke about stuff.
I mean, yeah, there's got to be some humor though, because you get shows like Ambien Weekly Review, and it just puts people to sleep.
I don't know any of that shit.
No, the Colette show. It's just so boring and formulaic. Like, if they don't have like a guest that's recognizable, like Mike Enoch or somebody, like nobody really watches it. And somebody else told me that there's a bunch of like porn bots that just mysteriously pop up in his chat, and they'd only last for like a day. So I mean, people do buy viewers. Like it's the same with that other dude, Ethan Ralph, on the kill stream. He just buys bots to like go in his chat, because you'll see like 800 people in there, but there's only about 50 people commenting. Let's check chat, see what they're saying.
What ended up happening to Hemi's stream?
Oh, he just got trolled, but nothing really happened.
And they like he cut it off early or something.
Yeah, Lacey's coming back.
All right.
Lacy, you're blue balling the hell out of these guys. All right, guys, let's get hearts in chat for Lacy and Sarah. Maybe that'll accelerate Lacy coming up.
Yeah, I don't know though. Just I didn't know who half the people were that were on Bruce's stream.
I mean, those are just like regulars. There you go. Thank you, Sicario gun.
I am
Lacy.
dating, but I have but I leave after 4 hours. I was so bad. What?
Yeah, maybe it was a bad date. Tongues out for Lacey.
Jeez.
Good roads out for Lacey.
Is she going to see No White Guilt?
I don't know. I guess for rumor has it that she was invited there, but I don't know. She'd have a lot of fun in Langley.
Jeez.
Lacey, come back.
I think Lacey's taking a Coach Brown pill.
Yeah, maybe.
Wait, should you put a string in Patriotic Talk? Where'd Adam
That's
go?
what I asked. I don't know. It's like bedtime in Bongland, so I'm assuming they're all like sleepy.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, I don't have somebody could put the link in chat if people wanted to come on. And it's mainly like the Lacey show. Like everybody
What's going
shows
on
up
with Top Cat? Seems like he seems upset. You
I
alright?
don't really know. He seemed all right to me. After the during the Brutus
I'm
stream.
about to message him.
Yeah, if he's up, he'll come on. Yeah, try to get him on here.
Hold on.
Lacey, everybody has their God roads out for you. You got to come back. God roads out for Lacy-Marie. Need to get Lacey, Racy, and oh no. Oh man, Jittergram's having a fit right now.
Who?
Telegram.
Which Telegram?
All of them. They're all spurging out.
Oh, I got
Yeah,
invited to what's it called? What is it? I don't even know. It's I forget. I don't even know what it is. There was some homosexuality or something earlier, and I was like typing a paragraph, and I was like, maybe I shouldn't comment on this. It triggered me a bit though.
I guess her laptop came unplugged. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Fresh page. This.
Where'd Marco go?
I have no idea. He just fucked off. All right, everybody at Lacey, and just see if she's all right. Gotta make sure she's okay.
Yeah.
Coming up on like I don't want her to like run out of time. Don't they run out of time with like Streamlabs?
I have no idea. I don't like streaming. I get like really insecure.
I mean, you shouldn't be. There's only like 10 people watching.
Yeah, well, someone asked me today if I wanted to go on their show, and I'm just sitting here thinking like, it's how long did it take me to go on Hemis? A pretty long time.
I don't know.
Weeks, months, who knows? Yeah. What the hell is Lacey?
I don't know. Let's see if she responds to chat. Yeah. Maybe she's. How does it work? Like, if you shut your computer off, the stream's still live? Like, that's weird. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. I think she's coming back. Messenger.
I guess we'll just be patient.
Yeah. Lacy, your fans want you back. I mean, she could go on her phone. I mean, that's a different stream key, though. Yeah, she's AWOL. Sometimes this happens. Yeah, because I was about to like put this out there on a big channel, but oh no, what happened? Somebody just mentioned a location.
Oh Lord, I don't know.
Bottom text.
Southern text.
Lacy, if you're all right, just like comment in the chat. Everybody's worried about you. Yeah, it is 12 a.m. in Scotland.
I think she would have said. I think she would have said it. She was leaving or whatever.
Oh, she's here. All right. I don't want you to like end your, keep it going because you'd run out of time. You know.
Let me on. What?
Let her in.
I'm not.
Oh,
I don't have a channel. I don't stream or anything like that. I just occasionally will join when invited.
yeah, guest.
Yeah.
Okay, she says. I think she's like getting back in, powering up the computer. She's probably on her phone.
I don't know.
All right, so yeah, she'll be back, dude. She'll be back, dudes. Just like wait.
I don't think people really want to hear what I have to say.
Yeah, you should. You really should. Just wear like a mask or something, you know?
Oh, I definitely wouldn't stream my face. Are you serious? No. I'm not that brave. What does she mean she can't?
Oh, did you get locked out of your maybe your computer got powered off or something?
Maybe she needs to start a new one. How come none of your followers ever come on?
Yeah, she could put the link in chat. I mean,
She
she
has.
did, didn't she? Yeah. I mean, yeah, because I don't want it to be like a 24-hour stream.
Hello. Sorry.
Hey.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Thank you for hanging on. Honestly,
No
do you know
problem.
what? My laptop crashed because I didn't realize it wasn't plugged in, so it just died. So I had to wait for it to turn on, and then I had to do all that shit. So I'm so sorry. I know you are probably all tired, but thank you.
Oh no, I'm good.
I just wanted to say quickly, while I was listening on the other thing, I heard you say on my iPad, I heard you say, you were talking about something and how you think it's connected to something. It was Saz that said it. What was it you said, Saz? You said, I feel like, see, the gropers, why are the gropers in the UK? And I know why. I know why. The groypers. Right, Saz was talking about why is the groypers in the UK, and I know why. I know, and I was like screaming, I know why, like trying to tell you. Do you know why? It was fucking Unwashed the faggot. He basically turned around and said, I'm being serious. He came over and said it was him that told all PA to do it. He said, we need to be groypers. And this is when he had like 200 subs and then blew up to like 1,000 subs within a day. They're like, well, that's an exaggeration, but you know what I mean?
Groypers were so 2019. Like, come on. There's a difference between groyping in person and
Oh
groyping
no, that's the thing, and it's old. And do you know what? Do you know the people he wanted to groype? Sargon of Akkad, and also Count Copula.
Let me tell you something about Sargon real quick. I mean, I know I don't watch a lot of these streamers. Like, people make fun of me because I have absolutely no idea about them. But I will say everything about Sargon. Sargon is honest. Like, you know when someone is not part of like the establishment because you can look at someone from like a year ago and you can see them moving further right. And the thing about Sargon is whenever he used to go and debate like Autistic Spencer and shit like that, He was
Yeah.
100% a like just a centrist in a sense, and like where he is now, you can see where he's moved, and like out of all of them, he's probably been the most successful one and probably the most honest. Like he's, you know what I mean? I don't
Do you
feel
know? Do you know why I think that he's doing it? And because he keeps going on about Sargon and posting things to annoy Sargon, and I think honestly he's in, like, not in love with him, but I think he's jealous of him, and he wants to debate him so that he'll get the attention because he knows how successful Sargon is. Do you know what I mean?
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, the only thing I could say positive about Sauron is the fact that, like, you can see his progress, like, not progress in, like, a liberal sense, but progress in a, I don't know, in a
Yeah, well,
productive.
what he used. I know what you mean. Like, he used to do videos about, like, he would do a debate against a guy about intersectionality, which is easy. You could just blow that apart in a second. And he would do feminist videos and blow that. You can blow that apart, like old stuff. But then he moved on to better videos and better videos, and no matter what the topic, his videos got better. His work got better, and that was all him. Do you know what I mean?
Wait, hold on, Alexandra. What we're saying is not we're not literally what I'm trying to say is exactly what you just said. Carl arguing a year or two ago depends of the child, right? Where he was 2 years ago to where he was a year ago and where he is today, you can see where he's grown. And so if someone never grows or they never progress like in like further towards the right, then you know that they're probably like a part of the establishment or probably part of like
Or,
whatever y'all want to call it.
or if somebody suddenly gets like goes from like the way I dress to like basically like poor, like, but I get nice clothes and stuff, but like not expensive stuff. Like I save up for expensive stuff, you know what I mean? But anyway, from suddenly being like the way I am, do you know what I mean? To
I
and
get it.
like doing
Hold on,
my
I get
videos,
it,
to
Alexandra.
suddenly their videos
You
getting
got,
really
you got,
good, and then suddenly it's like they've been controlled by someone or bought off by
we got,
someone. Do you get what I
he
mean?
got, he got kicked off of Patreon, right? So he lost
Yeah.
most of his followers. You would think that if he wanted to keep the same crowd, that he wouldn't become more extreme. And the thing is that like he's completely off. He's so much further right than what he was. So you
Oh,
look
I
at someone
know.
like hold on, you look at someone like Nigel Farage. He's had the same opinion for how long? He hasn't
Oh,
changed
yeah.
the same
Never
opinion,
changed.
so he
Never
hasn't
changed.
learned anything, and that's how you can kind of tell who's controlled. All I'm saying is that like Carl has progressed, and he has he's like with the debates that he's done and everything. Like I think he's
It's
become more
that's
aware.
like me. That's like me. And somebody had said on a stream the other day that see most. It was, I think it was Brutus. I think he said see most people that are on the right, like they usually say they're centre right. See, once they've been on the internet for a couple of years or even a year, they usually by the end of that nobody ever really goes back. They end up going further. Do you know what I mean? That's the fact. They never go back and suddenly become a lefty. He doesn't know anyone that has, and I don't either.
I'm just
It's
saying,
true.
it's just like I think it's something to be said that like when you actually see people, move with their opinion, like you know, not gonna lie, there was a point where most of I mean, I was never really a neocon. I've always been a paleo-conservative, but there was a point where that like I wasn't near as extreme than I am now.
The
Like,
same as me,
but you see
yeah.
the progression that yeah. I mean, I've never been a liberal, like ever in my entire life. My
I was,
brother
I
was
was,
very
I,
at
I was, yeah, I wasn't allowed to feel liberal, but I was like more. I used to feel sorry for like when they'd say, "Oh, like they throw gay people off bridges," and I'd be like, "Oh," like now I'm like, sounds like a good country, like not to in Minecraft, and like obviously then when they'd say things like just other things like I mean I would never think like that before. I would always be like, oh my, and I used to actually believe. I swear this is how bad it was. This is like I used to. I loved history, but like I was very like conservative and I loved history, and I used to be like. I can't believe like when people. I can't believe how someone could be so stupid to be a Holocaust denier. That's what I used to say because I'm like, I mean, the proof is there, and the
I
thing
never
is,
even knew.
I've never
Go
denied
ahead.
it. I've never denied it. Sorry, I'll shut up. Like, but I've never denied it. It's just the fact that questioned certain and I need to be very careful because where I am, like, it's against the law for me to say, oh, it didn't. There wasn't 6 million.
Well, I think I was kind of blessed in a sense because like I didn't even know what the whole 6 million thing was because my social studies teacher was anti-Semitic and like he refused to teach the narrative and I didn't even know what he was talking about. So I never learned about
He sounds cool. He sounds cool. You should give him a high five.
Yes, like I never even knew about the 6 million or any of that stuff. So I didn't learn about that until like I kind of became red pilled. So, but because I wasn't aware of it and I didn't know that narrative, like, you know, it was easy for me to make the transformation.
Yeah. Right, well, if you want to go to bed, like, if you can go, like, that's up to you. So what? Are you wanting to come on stream? Because I'm not tired.
I'm not tired either.
Well, you can stay, and Saz, if you're tired, you can go. It's up to you.
What are you talking about? It's not even like, it's what, 6:30 here?
Is it?
Yeah, it's only 6:30
It's up to you. Like,
you know what's hilarious, right? Because of all the stuff that happened today, like PA is having a shit fit.
they are. They can't handle it. Because oh my God, did you see somebody done a picture of oh, it was hysterical. It was a meme and it was of Laura Towler and her boyfriend getting dragged around by fucking this old woman, and it was so funny. And she was like, her face was like screaming, doing that emoji, and I was like, nah! Like, she just can't take it. She's such a boomer.
Yeah, with her polka dot dress. I mean, it's just funny how lunch lady like she is, you know.
She looks like a lunch lady, yeah. And like, how old is she? I mean, she can't be. She must. I know she's maybe like in her 30s, so she's a bit older than me. But like, what age do you think she is? I mean, look what I wear, and then look what she wears. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, she goes for the whole trad, you know, the trad image, but you know, I don't. Usually, people who present as very traditional are really freaky. They're into some like, you know, crazy shit.
I don't know, like y'all both know what I look like. I 100%. Like, you can tell I'm a Southerner, like compared to like a Northerner. Even like my hair.
Yeah, you have 80s hair.
No, I don't have 80s hair. I just have like I have really long hair, and I have like it's what Southern women just like, you know, their hair is like, I don't know, what is it? Balanced, not balanced, but you know.
Yeah, Andrea, she looks in her 30s. Yeah, she does look in her 30s. But see, her boyfriend, he looks younger. Like, and do you know, I don't think he fancies her at all. Because they done this trip where they all went for a walk, and there was about 20 of them, maybe 30. And like, they went for this hike, and it was so gay. And then they blogged it, and she was talking to Chris and all that. Like, Chris, the guy that, by the way, doxed me, that used to be called Chris TR News, and now is called Chris Patriotic Talk. He's like,
oh, dope, Chris.
Right, that's my friend. Here's my friend. Hi, welcome everybody. Right, I'll introduce you. This is my friend. He's from Germany. He's amazing. He's got like thousands of followers on BitChute and this.
Are you talking about the guy that pulled a gun out? That shit.
This is Saz. Saz, she's amazing. She's like amazing girl. And then Donnie, my friend Donnie from America. And we were just talking about like the funny stuff that's been going on today with PA because we've been annoying them.
PA?
You know, like Mark Collette. Remember, he was on the stream with me when Mark Collette said all the stuff. You were my witness when you remember you pulled the gun out.
Yeah.
And he's my witness. Yeah. Now, will you please ask him what didn't Mark twist it? Didn't I shout at that guy and say, "Look, shut up! 1 minute you were fucking oi Tommy, and now you're Mark, hail Mark! I'll do anything for you, Mark." And then he tried to twist it into like I needed to pay. I was wanting money and a free ticket and a mega bus and all that stuff.
Yeah, he was making fun of the working class. Das war ein sehr gut Stream.
That's what he just he hates him, so he just went away and got like guns, things like that, and was just sitting there like. That's why like someone got it like as a picture of a gun like with him, and everyone was like, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about, but I love this guy.
It was literally
he does. He does brilliant streams. Like, you should watch his streams. He's like, if you like conspiracy things or anything like funny, he's really into all that kind of stuff. He loves Alex Jones. No matter what anyone he knows he knows all about Alex Jones, but he still loves him. You have to. There's people like that they're or whatever, but you still like them. He's a good actor. Do you know what I mean? He's funny.
What's his
Yeah, it'd
name?
be funny if Colette came on the stream again. I mean, that would be really funny.
Yeah, exactly. Let's just keep abusing him. The more, well, let's talk about Joe. Hello, it's Joe Owens. Because the more you talk about Joe Owens, the more he won't face him, but he'll face us.
Yeah.
Mark's probably watching right now. I can guarantee you. Mark, do you know what? You don't give a shit about the working class. See, when you talk about when you talk about, oh, I'm so upset that like children are getting raped, working class people. What working fucking class do you know that British girls do you know? You hang about with Americans. Your baby is Irish. You're a fucking race traitor. Yuck. What is wrong with you? Like, do you know what I mean? And you knew, you're not, and do you know what? I don't even believe that you're not a Jew. Your nose, that nose. It's a hook nose.
Cheers. I can't say anything about Marcolette or him being a bike or anything like that. I have no clue. Like, seriously. But I just found it like, I mean, it was a toy that I waved around, and it was just because I didn't know what these people were talking about. And I mean, I listened to it, but I kind of just thought
it made no sense. He's like, what the fuck? We were just arguing, and I was going mental at them, and then he just went away, fucking like, fuck it, got the guns, and was like, pshoo, pshoo.
It was just meant as a joke. It was not meant to, like, anything against Marcolette. I don't really know him at all. I never talked to him.
You don't want to. He's like Tommy Robertson. He's but worse. Do you know what I mean? Because he's trying to get people to, he's trying to get people to follow him so that anyone that's associated with his movement will be forever known as a neo-Nazi, because his thing is Hitler, and he's like, so if anyone is ever in his group and votes for him, they'll be forever known as a Nazi. Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah. The same thing as like Spencer. Anything Spencer touches or anything that Dave Duke touches is gold.
Goes to shit.
And he's best friends with Spencer and also fucking what's his name? Millennial Woes. And you can't see with him, you cannot abuse or say anything about gay people. You cannot like, because personally I don't agree with it. It's against my religion. I don't like it. Remember, and then he was like, he made it clear that females like at the beginning everybody says females should be at the back, like, and behind their man and whispering into their man and things like that, but never in the front position. They could talk like this but never be a leader. What does he do? He makes Secret Sources a leader, who's an ex-cop, and then he makes Laura Towler a leader, and it's like two girls, like, really, like, and then look at all the people. Brown Pill, you know, Ralph, the guy that he has on, and he does 14 words all the time, and it's like, he is a meme, and he literally, I'll need to send you some videos he's been doing, because he's been abusing, like, all of us, saying, like, me and the Brutus crew, like, and because Saz, we're in the group, because Donnie, like, did you see on Twitter, like, I was like, I'd said, I'm out in the group, and everyone clicked, yeah, she is in the group, and I was like, yeah, and like, so, like, and then fucking Unwashed threatened to fucking, he literally threatened on Twitter he said, bitches and the dissident right be talking shit that when they are not the ones being written about, it is us. So I wrote back, I just wrote grass underneath, and then everyone liked it, and then it blew up. And he was like, "Why are you always smearing me?" And I said, "I'm not smearing you because a smear is a lie." I said, "I'm telling the truth about you." I said, "So fucking what you talking about?" I said, I was just saying you're being a grass." I said, "Also, what's with the fucking accent? That's like me coming out with the Queen's accent going, 'Oh, hello, I'd like to stab 5 people.' It makes no sense, like, for you to talk gangster while you're threatening grass." I said, "You'll end up in jail." And then I was like telling him, like, I just went on a rampage because he kept messaging me, and I was like, "Do you know what? See, when you're in jail, you're gonna be my bitch. You'll be holding my pocket. I'm gonna make you make my tea. I'm gonna make you make my roll ups. And guess what? You're not gonna get smoke because I'm gonna make you get your mum to smuggle them up, and fucking, I'm just gonna torture you the whole time." And he was like, "Oh, what? You must want to sexually have something sexual to me." I was like, "Oh, no, 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 no." I said, "Please believe me." I said, "I won't be having any sex with you. The only thing I'll be doing to you is beating you on every day. I'll beat the shit out of you and your big fat head." And I wrote it on Twitter. It's so funny.
Well, I know that the day that they claim that like they don't watch Brutus and they don't do this and that, but the day that Simon Harris went and did an entire hour stream on about how misogynist like Brutus and Sojo are and all them, next thing you know, he freaking died. So just let that be the lesson.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like criticism
died the
of
next Oh, I shouldn't laugh
words
at that. That's not funny.
killed somebody, but by accident.
That's fucked up. But do you know what I mean? It's crazy how that happens. And then fucking yeah, like, just, I mean, what is with the fact the president is saying to Ghislaine Maxwell, "Good luck"? Like, what? Why would he do that? Why?
Who, sorry, I don't want to interrupt, but
No,
who
it's
said
fine.
it?
It's because Trump said to
Trump
Ghislaine
said it?
Maxwell. Yes, Trump said to Ghislaine Maxwell, "I'm wishing you good luck," after she got sentenced. And I was like, what? She's a pedophile.
I think
I know.
you gotta read that. You gotta listen to the whole thing. I think it was a bit taken out of context.
You
Like,
think so? I hope so.
yeah.
Ray, please tell me, please.
Yeah, let me find it for you.
Because America, they always see, because we live, like, he's in Germany and I'm in Scotland, we always get the fake news. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, we need to know the real news about Trump, because we love Trump over here, and he loves Trump, and like, it's like, we love him, and then fucking, it takes us ages to find out the real fucking truth.
Maybe he meant it. I don't know the quote or anything, but maybe he meant it like as a real threat, like something like, "Yeah, good luck to you."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, good luck. Good luck to you in jail, bitch. Do you know what I mean? Something like that. Like, good
Maybe.
luck while you're getting ass raped. Yeah, you're right. Like that, he could have meant it like that. But the reporters. I mean, the fact that they said that they managed to cut, and half a country believe he said that all Mexicans rape, and all Mexicans do this and do that. He was talking about a fucking gang, and it's like, they just, but this half of the country still believe, the other half, the liberals, still believe he said that, because the news, like, literally brainwashes people and, like, cuts things in half and does shit. It's crazy.
It's happening to the media all the time, and not only in Great Britain or America, also in Germany, in every single European country. I have friends who are Finnish. It is there the same with the state media, especially. It's like, it's abhorrent. They will, like they do in the UK, for example, or in Germany. Whenever, like, for example, today there was a court verdict. 11 men, grown men, 11 men raped an 18-year-old, gang raped, for hours and hours and hours. You know that they let one of them on the loose, and the maximum sentence for the main perpetrator, the most brutal one, I guess, was only like 5.5 years in prison. In Germany, they get out of prison easily, having spent half their time, and
That's
most
disgusting.
likely earlier. It is disgusting. And one of them, or a couple of them, only got like 2 years. That means 1
They'll
year
be
in
out in a
prison,
year, yeah. And
if
but
at
what
all.
about the girl? What about the girl? She's for the rest of her life. She's going to be messed up. She's not going to be able to have. She might not have children because she'll be so messed up for those many years. She might like have a sexual disease. She might have. She might. It's just more. Even if she doesn't, mentally, she won't be able to have a boyfriend for years because she won't let anyone touch her, and she'll be fucked in the head. And then when she's gonna have kids, like it's horrible. They've ruined her life. They
Yeah,
need shot in the back of the head in Minecraft.
in
And I'm not being
Minecraft,
funny.
in
Yeah,
like
but
a video game, right?
I truly believe. I truly believe. This is just my personal belief that we should bring back capital punishment for people like that. We
Yeah,
really
Yeah.
should. Because those kind of people do not deserve to live. I've always said, see, when it comes to pedophiles, they do not deserve to live.
and all of them being foreigners. But the German media, the mainstream media, kept it quiet. And now, after way more than a year, because it happened, I think, end of 2018. I think October, November 2018, when that thing happened. Now, this is almost 2 years. Let's say 1.5 years later, the court of law, in quotation marks, finally found them 11 guys guilty, and they were like they were it was not false accusations. They found DNA traces, yada yada yada. Ne?
Yeah,
And then
no, they wouldn't.
sorry, that just
No, I was just that blows my mind as well. And the thing is, like, we've had stuff like that in Scotland as well, where like a girl literally, she, it kind of, I get upset because the thing is, I was with her and we split up. Like she was meant to be going with, she was meant to be coming with me, and she didn't. Like I didn't really know her, and I was like, well, I'll catch it at another party. So I've went one way, she's went the other way. When she was walking herself, a bunch of Asian, we have to say Asian in Scotland, by the way. Asian, as you think, would
Yeah.
be Chinese, but it means Pakistani Muslim, right?
Yeah.
A bunch of guys, you know who I'm talking about, we'll just say Asians, as they say. Basically, they followed her, they came up to her and said, like, do you want to come with us? Do you want to party? She'd been drinking. She was 18 years old. She basically said, no, I'm okay. They grabbed her, like, and, like, kind of, like, so, like, come on, come with us. Grabbed her into the house. They then put her on a table, stripped her, force-fed vodka in her, like, so she couldn't breathe, like, till she was paralytic, was pouring it all down her, and each one took a turn gang raping her. And, like, but the thing is, like, I think there was 7 of them, and they all gang raped her, they done disgusting things to her, they anally raped her as well. And afterwards, like, she like, I remember she phoned me crying, and I thought, I felt bad because I thought, oh, I've just left her. And then she told me what happened, and I was like, fuck. So I've ran to get her, and you should have seen her. It was the worst thing I've ever seen. Like, she was all like cut, not cut. See her top, it was like all ripped and everything. And just, it's not, I know it's disgusting, I'm sorry. And like, so like I sat with her and I put like a coat over her, but I knew not to try and tamper with the evidence. And we phoned the police and we sat and waited, and she just was like shaking and not saying anything. She had been crying so much, then she stopped and went all weird, and like she was also in shock. And then the police came, and the thing is, the good thing is they had all the DNA they needed. They had the house, they had all her stuff in the house. They had CCTV, so all 7 went to. We thought, oh, we've got them all. They're gonna go to prison. She had to go to hospital though because they thought she might be pregnant. They said at the time, you've not got HIV, you've not got all that stuff, blah 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 blah. But you might. We don't know about the pregnancy thing because it's too early. About 2 months later, she was in agony, and I mean agony, and she ended up going to the toilet, and like she had a really bad period that it wasn't a period. She basically she asked me to phone the police, not the police, the hospital, the 911. So I did 911, 999, and she basically said because like when you looked in the toilet, you can see like it was little chunks. It looks like human. It was about 2 or 3 months later, and like they had to literally give her abortion pills to get it out because if it stays inside of you, then it'd kill you. So she was pregnant with one of them, but because of her religion, she wouldn't be allowed to get rid of the baby. So I think God kind of gave her. I know this sounds weird, but in my mind, in her mind, because she even said if she'd been pregnant, then she wouldn't know what to do because she couldn't kill the baby, but she couldn't at the same time she'd have to give the baby up for adoption, and she said just even having the baby would be horrible. She was so young, but I think like God let her off and basically killed the baby. I know that sounds weird, like I know probably that's just in my own mind, but do you know the 7 men? Like we went to trial. They admitted they said yes we'd done this, yes we'd done that, but they said that she wanted it. And that she loved it and she was doing it, but they were like, we saw the bruises on her arm where they held her down. They saw like the fact that like she had bruises all over, like see inside how bad she was bruised, like, and she was ripped. See from the bit and the gooch bit, it was all ripped. And also I'm sorry, it's really bad. But they were like, no, how could anybody want that? And they went to prison, thankfully. And but do you know how long they got? And I'm being serious.
5 years.
What? No, don't. They literally every single one of them out of the 7, 3 of them got a year and a half, 18 months. Sorry, and then there was. The rest of them, no wait, sorry. There was 2 that got the worst. There was 3 that got 18 months, and then there was 4, 5 that got what was it? I think it was just over 2 years, and then the last 2 because they were the worst apparently. They got 3.5 years. I'm being serious.
Wow.
And it was not in the front page. It didn't make the news. She just turned 18. She was a virgin. She was a good girl. Like she.
1 second.
Just,
Sorry.
How do politicians stay in office with all this stuff going on? I mean, wouldn't the people be?
Why we all stand outside, and you've seen on TV like that they try and say that we're like right wing extremists. We stand out and we scream and we say, "You are disgusting rapists. You're pedo protectors." That's why we scream when you see us. You see that picture on the top of my thing, and it's me, and I'm screaming. We're screaming, "Pedo protectors, because they protect pedophiles over young children. That time when the 11-year-old, did you hear about the 11-year-old? Girl.
No.
Oh God! Like this 11-year-old girl, she basically, 11 years old, and she was in a house. She'd got picked up by these Asian men, all Muslim, Pakistan, the grooming gangs. All of them, they're the same race and everything. They're all Pakistani and they're all Muslim. And they picked her up and they took her to their house. They laid her on the bed. They poured drink down her throat to the point where she was paralytic. She was 11, right? Never drank. She was a virgin. They then, fat old men lined up to have sex with her. And when the police finally came, she was burst open, like she was nearly dead because her stomach and everything. She was burst open and everything. Do you know, because she was drunk and lady, they didn't ask the men why they were naked, why she had blood coming out of her vagina, why she was naked, what was going on. They just said that it was easier to deal with her because she was being drunk and she got arrested for being drunk and disorderly. I'm being serious. She got arrested.
Wow.
She got arrested. It was that made the papers because what happened was it made a tiny bit of the papers, but then Tommy Rabbitstein, who I hate, but he actually did a good thing there. He picked up on it. because it fit his narrative. So he was like, he picked up on it and he made everybody aware of it. And like everybody was disgusted, and we all went outside and we're all like screaming at like the politicians, like, what is wrong with you? And I went to my local politician, everybody did, we were like going crazy. Finally, basically, they did they did charge the guys, but it was again under 5 years, and the girl didn't get charged, but it was they were trying to say they only arrested her because it was easier, and they didn't have enough backup. That's a lie. They had like guns and protection and stuff. These men were naked. It was just pathetic. And there's so many stories like that I could tell you, like so many stories that just, I mean, friends that I know that have been raped, friends that I know that have went on dates with guys that they thought were nice, but were the guys, they lie and say they're Indian or they're not Muslim, and then they meet them, and then and that's why I'm like, no, white, just white, and then you need to be white, basically, because they go and meet them, and then what happens? Boom, they come back and they've been raped, and it's like, and they put something in the drink, just something will happen. It's just horrific. The amount of people that I know that it's happened, where Scotland has 2% of Asians, and this is what they've done. But look what they've done down in England. It's that's, I mean, they think of the place where like there's 40% Asians. Like, you know, the Rotterdam, where they found out about the grooming gangs, and they published all that, and it was famous. Rochdale, do you know that was the same 2%. So they done 2 in England. They let 2 be exposed in England, and the police not doing their jobs, because it was like a sacrifice, because they didn't want to go to like London, or where it's really bad, where there's like 40% and there's like 60% and things like that, and the children are just raped on a daily basis. And you know, like the parents would go chapping on their door, banging on their door, give me my kid back, and they're like, no, you're not getting your child back, she's mine now, and they would just rape them over and over again. And then that's why a lot of them turned to drugs. And people say, why is Scotland like got so many girls on drugs? And it's because most girls have been raped in Scotland, and down in England is a lot worse. Like they're still getting raped. Like with Scotland, it's more just a kind of, they'll get raped once or something. It's just fucked up.
What's the area with the most? I guess.
Well,
invaders.
Where I used to live, and what happened was, did I tell you? Did you know about Chris? Rest in peace. Do you know about Chris? I just always do that when I think about him. Something that just Chris. It's Chris with a K, and it's Chris Donald. Basically, what happened was, I was at the same school as him, and we were walking home from school. He was walking his way, I was walking my way, and he went with his friend, and this was where I lived. We all lived, but we lived in it got to the point where it was like we were the minority, but we were still going to school and things like that, and like they didn't bother us that much. Like I got spat a couple of times, like by women's in burqas, but we just like, told them to fuck off and laughed at them. But so Chris was walking home with his friend, and then he was 15, and a car just stopped, and it was 4 Pakistani men, Muslim, and they're meant to say Asian, but Pakistani Muslim men. They grabbed both of them. The friend managed to get away and tried to grab Chris. He couldn't grab Chris to get him because they had him so tight, and they were like in their 30s, nearly, some of them were in their 40s, and they were really strong. So the wee boy managed to run and says, "I'll get help." And the last thing he heard Chris saying was, "But why? I'm only 15." And they were like, "You're dirty. You're an infidel." And they basically, I was like, "What?" Like, so they've taken him up. They've drove him up to the Highlands. and then they've driven back down to a park in Glasgow for 4 hours, right? You can you can put it in Wikipedia for 4 hours because it's that grim. I don't want to say it all. For 4 hours, they first of all they urinated on him. They stabbed him between 13 and 24 times, making sure not to kill him, but done all it slow. Then urinated on him again, poured milk on him, were abusing him the whole time. He was alive the whole time. Sorry, I got it wrong. First of all, they beat him within an inch of his life, making sure not to kill him. Then they stabbed him. Then they, because you can check on Wikipedia, it says it all. They then, after they stabbed him, they decided to castrate him alive, and they castrated him. He was still alive. They then set him on fire and listened to him scream and burn, and then just laughed and like videoed it and things like that. And then they walked away, and finally, when he was finally found, somebody said they thought it was a cat that had been burnt because he was so badly burned, like he was just that shriveled. And we weren't allowed, like, no, they only sent one news team up, one, and it was BBC Scotland, and they said to him, like, the police let, right, for the 3 men, the old ones, well, older, get on the plane and go back to Pakistan. They only charged one, Baldy. Now, he's famous, well, infamous, because people want to kill him, because in Scotland there's not that many, and it's Scotland, the jails are white. Do you know what I mean? White. It's not like you go there and there's like different colours. You go there and you've killed a white boy, you're dead. Like, so every day people are trying to kill him, and like there's a price on his head and everything. But anyway, he like basically went and he says we were all watching because we all went there, and I was with his family and stuff, and they turned around and they said, they turned around and says, why did you do it to him, right? Do you know what he said on the camera? He turned around and says, I done it because he was white and because he was a disgusting infidel, and he is not one of us. He needs to learn that infidels don't belong in our corners, our streets, our houses, and this Scotland will soon be ours. And I was like, what the fuck? But do you know, they cut all of it to the point where he said, none of that went on the news. The only bit that went on the news was, I done it because he was white. So they made it a racial crime. And it wasn't racial, it was because he was, do you know what I mean? It was because if he was a white Muslim, they wouldn't have killed him. They done it because of that. And that really annoyed us, because we were like, especially the family, because he went to jail, obviously, which was good, but it was still, the fact that he'd done that, it was just disgusting. And he really is, I can't even describe it. Like, about 6 months ago, it was in the paper. He was in the Baldy, the guy was in the paper, and I was like, oh, why is he in the paper? And I seen it, and it said, see you later, cigar no gun. It basically said that somebody had dropped, and I mean like a dumbbell, like one of the heaviest dumbbells in the gym on his head, like crushed it onto his head. I was like, yes! And they said he might not make it, and we're all like, woo, drinking and like Pinot Grigio and that. Like, no, honestly, because we've been waiting for this, because he's really rich and he paid guys to watch his back. So he had a gang of people, nobody could touch him, but they waited to the gym. But because he'd worked out and he took steroids, he would have steroids smuggled in so much, his neck was like a tank, and that saved his life. And that, we were so gutted, like that's what saved his life. He's alive and fine. But he will get killed because people are so mad now, they want him dead. And it's been too long that he's been walking around. And I think I'm hoping that one of the people will end up betraying him. You know, his bodyguards, like, will betray him. That's what we think. Because I mean, they're white. They should be like, no, fuck it, let's do it. Like, I mean, it's money. Who cares if it's fucking money? Like, fuck your money, ram it. You killed a white boy for nothing. By the way, and do you know what really annoyed me? That white boy, by the way, could have been anything he wanted. He went to school. Apparently, he had straight A's. He could have done anything he wanted. He was so intelligent. Whereas Stephen Lawrence, I don't know if you remember this. I'm sure you'd probably do because he was black and he was 15. And guess what? He got stabbed by what's that? Another black guy, a drug dealer. And do you know what our parliament done? They literally they didn't tell anybody about Chris. They kept it secret. They hid it. All the newspapers just over and over again were Stephen Lawrence, Stephen Lawrence, Stephen Lawrence. And it's like, he didn't even go to school. He was a drug dealer. I know that sounds bad and heartless, but it's fucking true. Like, he wasn't exactly a pillar of society. Whereas, like, why did Chris like have to die? And then nobody cared. It's like nobody cared. So we tried to set up a memorial. Do you know? And this actually made the newspaper, which I was glad, but it was the local one. Like, because we tried to set up a memorial where he'd got kidnapped, and do you know what they done? The Asian community ripped it all down and pissed all over it and just shredded it up.
At this point, in, for example, a game like a video game or Minecraft, do you think that voting matters anymore, or do you think that maybe there's like only like extreme self-defense is the only option against these kinds of?
Oh yeah, yes. I think in a game, like I said to my mum, I said, if I was gonna she knows for a fact if I ever got raped again, I would literally kill the person. Like in a game, I've told her that. I said because I couldn't go to court again. I said I just couldn't go through all the stuff and how embarrassing it is, and I just wouldn't do it. I said because they bring up your past, they bring up everything, and I said so I would have to kill them, or I'd defend myself. I would die before they raped me, and I'd make sure they died with me. And I said about having knives and guns and the fact we're not allowed to carry them. And I said, do you think we should not have guns? Do you know what I mean? To protect ourselves. And she said, oh, well, I don't think she's a bit old school. Like, she's more like getting there, but she's still a bit, like, she turned around and she says, oh, but well, if I just think if you've got a gun in the house, it's dangerous and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, Mum, you can look after a gun, you're an adult. Like, do you know what I mean? What if someone comes in the middle of the night and you're just sitting there? And I was like, you would get raped, like, do you know what I mean? And she was thinking about it. She was like, well, I mean, I would probably get one, but where would I get one? We can't though. We literally can't get them.
Same here. They are forbidden in Germany for normal people. Nobody normal in Germany can legally carry a gun. It's forbidden.
Same here.
No, sport shooter clubs, it is allowed to store guns there. It is also allowed to store guns at home if you have the license, which is hard to get.
Yeah, same here. It's very hard to get. Like because of, remember that guy, the taxi driver that shot everybody, and because of him, and he had mental health problems, he ended up it took away more of our rights for the guns, because in Scotland right now a lot of farmers have guns, but it's all sawn off shotguns, and then like criminals will saw off the shotgun, so it's like, you know, like boom, like even more powerful. But the thing is, like, do you know that, and this is the truth, if someone was to come at me to rape me and kill me, and they literally had a knife.
Sorry.
No, that's all right. They would literally, I swear, see if I was to shoot them, I would be the one that went to jail.
You get in trouble, yeah.
Yeah, it's the same. Well, remember there was an old man in a farm, and two guys broke into his house. They fell through this conservatory ceiling, and they were lying on the floor. And because one of them had fell and a bit of glass had went into him, whereas the other one, the guy like went and like, get out of my house, and he went no, and so he hit him over the head with a bit of wood, and then he phoned the ambulance for the guy. Do you know he got sued by the guy because he'd fell through his conservatory and got stuck with glass and won, and the other guy charged him with assault for hitting him with a stick, and he won.
Huh.
I mean,
So
seriously.
it's almost like if like one of these invaders comes at you and you have to defend yourself. It's almost better if you don't call anybody, because inevitably it always comes back
Yeah,
on.
this is what I've
Yeah.
said to my mum, and my mum's actually agreed with me. She said, "Listen, it's if you know some way to do it, and you know whatever." And we were speaking kind of in code. She was
Yep.
like, "Listen, if somebody breaks into your house, darling, because she's far away from me, and it'd be easy to break into my house the way my door is." She says, "I want you know what, I don't want you ever to be hurt again." She said, if you don't have a man to protect you, she said, I want you to just make them go away. And she done it like
Yep.
go away forever. And she says, don't phone the police. She says, once you've done it, you need to stay calm, because that's when people make mistakes when they're excited. She said, sit for a while, think how many times do people come to your door every day? And I'm like, not every day, every few days. And I usually go to people's houses. And then she was like, well, exactly. She said, just think, take it easy, and take it time, and think of a way where you can do it that way. Do you get what I mean? I know exactly what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Because I never want hurt again, and like especially if someone breaks into my house, the adrenaline would just kick in, and I'd be like, do you know what I mean? Like they might just be breaking in for like stealing something, but at the end of the day, like I love myself, and everyone knows that, and a lot of guys, like when I walk past, they'll whistle and all this kind of stuff, and so I'd think that they'd probably if two guys came into my house and they saw me in my pajamas or something, then I think they'd probably try. They're Scottish, and Scottish guys. No offense, Scottish guys, but they are very what's the word? They would, as I said, they would have sex with anything, and they also are very perverted. They're like they're kind of brutish, if you know what I mean, like as in oh yeah, like like, oh, if it bleeds it breeds, and they talk like that, and they're not like gentlemen's or things like that. Like they'll never tell you like, oh, you've got beautiful eyes, like I'm in love with you, or anything like that. It's more like you like to go down to the pub, and if you're like, oh, all right, they're like, here. So when they're asking you out on it, like to go out with them, it's like, hey, you want to go out with us? And it's like, what? And they're like, want to go out with us? Like, and basically you're like, I suppose, and then, or like, if they ask like that, they think that's romantic. They don't give you flowers or anything. I remember I was down in England, and I was down in England, and I swear, I was with this guy, and the guy that I was with was just my friend, but he had like, it looks like, because I was standing with him, it looked like he was my boyfriend, but he wasn't. Like, he was like, he was just out the hospital, and he didn't look like. I was like all done up, and I was standing there, and this guy like looked at me and was like, "Is that your boyfriend?" And I was like, "No," and he was like, "You're so beautiful." And then I was like, and I'm not used to see when people say things like that. I like get kind of freaked out, see, because like I think they're either wanting something or whatever, because in Scotland it doesn't happen. So I was just like, right, okay, and then he went like that, and he says, "Don't worry, I'm not gonna do anything to you." And he was a bit drunk as well, and then he got to the top of the line, and he picked up a bunch of flowers, see, from the the thing, and then he's like paid for the flowers, and then he's walked over, and then he's gave me the flowers, and I was like, and then he just walks away, and I was like, come back, because he was so nice, and like I'm not used to people being that nice.
Yeah, it sounds very not romantic what you describe, what some Scottish men do. Like
Scottish men, they're not romantic.
and so on. I mean, like who talks like
Did you see what I put on Twitter earlier? Like what I put on Twitter like what Scottish people are doing now, that they're like, aye, let's get fucking mad with it. Aye, I want my whole. I'll fuck the first bird I see, and you can have the fat one. Aye, and that's the way they talk. Honestly, it's like see, you can have the fat one, or they do a thing where it's like, because if I'd go out with the boys drinking, they do right. Okay, you distract, you talk to the hot one and like get her warmed up, and then they'd be like, right, and then we're coming in and see that what they would do is they'd get one of their pals to talk to the fat one, and sometimes he'd have to take one for the team, and then they'd say, or they'd get, because the fat ones were always the gatekeeper. It's like the ugly friends and the fat friends are the gatekeepers. So we have to get rid of the gatekeepers to get to the good ones. And like, so I learned like all the wingman stuff like years ago, like doing the pub stuff. It was like funny, but at the same time, like, yeah, that's what they do.
I kind of I get it. You see, I'm also not very romantic, but like scoring the goal or all the other stuff, it is like very. It is very. I can understand women when they are not finding that good or cool. No? It's very Hilton sends flowers.
I know, but it's just like it's so true. And it's like, Scottish men just not. They're not. I mean, even look at Count Dankula. Like he literally, he abuses his wife like as a joke. I know it's a joke, but he's just like, oh, the birds, and like can like, oh, for fuck's sake, and he just always moans the fact that she doesn't do anal, and then like he talks about, I mean, the times when I slept with traps, they done anal, and it's like she'll go on stream and be like, fuck you, just because I don't want something disgusting shoved up my ass, why don't you do it? And he's like, nah, I don't, I give, I don't receive.
I didn't know all that even. What this Count Dankula. I only know he's Scottish.
Yeah, no, but he's a typical Scotsman. That's typical. See this the way he acts sexual. It's typical Scotsman. Like, cause they will literally be like, I've had Scots guys literally say to me like, "Will you stick your finger on my ass?" And I'm like, right. And then, but then it goes from finger up the ass to, "Will you like literally shove a dildo up my ass?" And I'm like, what?
What the
Like, this
fuck?
is. I'm being serious. I'm like, no, this is too far. And they have a dildo. Wait, there's Sazima. Wait, let me see. It says Sazima's.
So, sorry.
Hello?
Hey, my laptop froze.
What? Sorry?
My
The laptop
froze.
froze.
So I had to join my phone. I'm starting my Mac over.
Okay.
Wow, that's crazy. I didn't know there was so many pegging enthusiasts in the Highlands.
I know.
It's
What
not
the
something you'd
fuck?
expect, you know. You'd think, I guess degeneracy is the world over now.
No, it's just. Oh god, it's everywhere.
I mean, so they'll go after sheep. Like, you can't trust these guys around like family pets and shit. I mean, that's fucking crazy.
About pets, no, here, I'll tell you stories about pets, and I'm being serious. And I swear, there was a guy called Tam the Bike, right? Because he was like, a bit. What? I don't know who this guy is, so I'm taking him off. He's being weird. Right, remove it. Anyway, so basically, my friend Tam the Bike, well, ex-friend, he basically, because I don't want him doing it to my baby. No. Basically, he got really drunk one night, and we were sleeping at my friend Mark's house in Glasgow, like it's near the city centre, and he was steaming, and we couldn't find. In the morning, we all woke up like in the living room, like ah. Like we were like, "Where's Tam the Bike?" And we were like, we could hear him in the bedroom moaning. We're like, "Oh, he's fucking pulled a bird," because he would always shag all these birds. And then we went through it, and he was lying like that, naked. And Tanya, poor Tanya, oh, she's a staffy, and she was his balls and dick, and he was hard. And like he was literally letting the dog give him but he was trying to say he was asleep. We saw him going, oh yeah, like we're like, fuck you, you were literally about to come, like, and he tried to say like, oh no, I was asleep, and it's like if you were asleep, like you would have, no, that would that not wake you up, like.
Oh God.
Now I understand it. So with a dog, the guy.
Yeah, the dog was
Okay.
licking. Yeah, but he was trying to say he was asleep when it happened. But when we went in, he was lying down and he was like moving around, going like, "Oh yeah, and he was like pulsating like he was about to splurge.
Oh. That is, I'm speechless. I don't know. Not all men are like that. Most are not doing that. I
Yeah.
don't know how that would work.
He's kind of a stare.
Trust me, I've met some guys that you just like. It would make you want to give up on men. And the thing is, I still have hope. So I'm like, I think I'm quite a good person because there's guys that you meet and they're like, I'm different. I'm such a good guy and blah blah blah. And they're the worst. See guys like that tell you that they're good and that they're, and see especially like the warning signs. I would never hurt you. I would never hit you. I would never cheat on you. It's like, well, why are you telling me this? What, like, that's meant to be a given. Like, why? And see, whenever they say that, like, see if you was to ever say that to a girl on a first date, like, why would you say, like, I would never hurt you, I would never hit you, I would never, like, do this or this or this to you, and, like, just weird things. Like,
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I'm just saying, like, it's just weird. It's like a warning, and I should have listened to it in the past because anytime a guy said that to me, they've done whatever they've said they wouldn't do.
I find it in general. I find it always like a little bit strange when people are saying like, "I'm such a good person."
Yeah.
Like you said, it is like, yeah, but why do we have to stress it? I mean,
Yeah.
wouldn't it show that you are a good person or a bad person? I mean,
If you're a good person, like we should see it for ourselves. We'd find out, you know.
exactly.
Like, I mean, see when I met you, like obviously online and everything. Like, I knew you're a good person just straight away, but like that's just from looking at you. Like, and I think you're hysterical. Like, I know you say I'm not a good person, but like I think you're like, and it's the same with Donnie. Like, and the thing is, like, we haven't met, like, but it's just because, you know that way when you talk to people and you just even online, you can just know somebody's a good person, and I know you guys are good people, like, you are good ones, and like it's the same as Saz, she's away there now, but I get on with her so well. She's the girl, the female that was on Saz, me and Donnie like her a lot. She's really nice, like, and it's the thing is you can just trust people, like, you seem to I get on with people like that, and there's other people that you can meet, like, that are just, there's Saz there. Saz, yay! She held her name. Did you hear your name, Saz?
It's
The
just
camera's on.
Oh shit! Is it?
Yeah.
Sorry, we just see we see a curly top head. Are you is that? Hey, is that a Jew hair? Is
No,
that
my hair's in a bun. It won't let me take it off. Oh, there we go.
I'm winding you up. Right, I was gonna say, I thought it was a Jew fro. I'm kidding.
Oh no, my hair's not. I have really long hair. And my hair's like in a bun.
I know you do. I'm winding you up, darling. No, but I was just gonna say, see, we were just talking about you, like, literally, because I was saying, have you ever, like, even though I haven't met these two guys, like, because we were talking about like trust and things like that, and like on dates when and you met guys that fucked you over, or girls or whatever, but see, like, even on the internet, even though I've not met Donnie, and I've never met Mark in real life, like, but I just trust. I really do trust them, like, 'cause I've known them for a long time, like, and then I said, and Saz, we were like, yeah, and we all agreed, like, it's weird, isn't it? Like, you can just trust people that you haven't met, like, but just it's by their actions, I think, and the way they speak, and
yeah, that was the first thing I told you when I first met you. When I told you about the group.
yeah, exactly. I love the group, and mind you, kept saying don't go, and I was like, I won't. And now Hemi, I love Hemi. He's amazing. Like he was the one that was like, yeah, she's in the group and like in Twitter and things like that, and she's one of us. And I was like, oh, and like it was dead sweet, and just he's such a good. They're all such a good guy. They're all really good guys, apart from YMCA.
Apart from
No,
who?
the dad shagger.
Yeah, I was like YMCA.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think a lot of them, like the MGTOW thing, I don't understand it. It's really strange, and it's with the Zoomer generation. You know, they just seem to they go on Reddit and they just talk about how much they hate
The
women all
thing is
day.
about the whole thing about MGTOW and the whole incel thing, all that crap is this is it. The problem is feminism. But what the problem with feminism is that men have become feminized, women masculinized, and so your product is feminism, and because of feminism, the product is MGTOW.
And also Jews. Sorry, I had to say the Jews. Jews made MGTOW because they don't want people to procreate, and they're like, oh, just keep the. It's the oldest
But
trick in the book. Divide and conquer.
Lacey, real quick, one thing I hate this thing. Whenever if you're gonna sit there and say like, oh, it's the Jews, it's the Jews, it's the Jews, you're claiming that your own race is inferior to the Jews because if the Jews are able to subvert and to do this, then you're saying that they're more superior. Problem is that we need to like take our finger and point it at ourselves, not just at the Jew for us.
No, I know, but no, babe. I know it's just it's kind of my bit. I have to always say it's the Jews, and then my dog goes like that. Like watch this.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I feel dirty if I haven't final mention them.
It's like it's just a bit I do.
If I don't mention them within 20 minutes. Like I feel
yeah, like that's right. Look, see, Bailey, do you hate Jews? Do you hate Jews? Come here, Bailey, look, come here. Oh, he doesn't like them. Watch, look, go, get the Jews, Jews, Jews. Oh, he doesn't like them. No. Okay. I'm not a Jew. Check my papers.
But the thing is that let me tell you something about the Jews. The thing is that parasites can't see past their hosts. So once they latch onto like us and they destroy us, I mean they'll be destroyed as well because they can't see past us.
Thank you. That's actually will make me sleep like a baby tonight.
Hope you don't.
Well, won't it? It'll make me sleep like a baby. Aye, Bailey's still going thinking about it. Look, you saw my papers. I call him the Nazi hunter. No, the Jew hunter, because he's like from in the film. So
Yeah.
he's remember when he's like Jews are like rats. They like to hide under the floorboards, and he does that, and he goes, because she said, "Are you wanted to check in the cupboard?" And he's like, "No, they're like rats. They're hide under the floorboards," and they were. And then he was like banging on the floorboards, and they were hiding there, and I was just like, I love that guy.
There's actually a poem by T.S. Eliot that talks about the rats under the. I think this is like the rats under the board, like the floorboard, meaning that like they are like in the hierarchy of races, they're below. You know what I mean? C.S. Eliot was a base ass writer.
They think that they're the best race, though. They think they are the race of like they're the basic, like the best of everything. And if you've seen them, they look like they all need to get nose jobs. I mean, I can't talk with my nose.
They're fucking Nephilim. They're the freaking hybrids. That's what they are. They're not even freaking human.
And why do they always look off? It's like it's that way when someone just looks off. It's like they might not be. It's like for example, like see Mark. Mark is a good looking guy, but he's not like Danny Dyer or a supermodel. Do you know what I mean? He's a good looking guy, but he's not. He doesn't look off. Do you get what I mean? He's German. He's Aryan.
No, that has to do with inbreeding. Like, I mean, they literally had to bottleneck, like the bottleneck effect. They had to. Because at one time, I forget which country it was. They tested them to see like if they could even marry because if they carried certain genetic diseases. Like I think it's one out of every 3 Ashkenazi Jew carries some sort of genetic disease. Yeah,
they do. That's so true. And also, like, is it not true as well? Like they basically that a lot of them come out with mentally challenged and things like that, and like they're really not well because
they have a lot of brain. There's like a lot of like like brain and nervous issues, like Tay-Sachs syndrome.
Yeah.
Everyone has to do with the nervous system. It's
A
really
lot of
bad, too.
mental health issues, because even, I mean, look at even Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro's grandpa was a schizophrenic.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Mindy said, because he was talking about the transsexual, and that was quite funny. Then he said that his grandfather was a schizophrenic who talked to the TV and things like that. So it's like he's got mental illness in his family.
This isn't improving or anything like this, but this is just my opinion, right? So once they did the kind of after the Crusades, like they had to do this like bottleneck effect where they had to start breeding like outside of their group, and I think that's whenever like Europeans started like having a lot of genetic, diseases and stuff like that, because both parents have to be a carrier for the child to be like to affect it, but if only one parent has it, the child can carry it, right? But it doesn't really affect them, and so I think what's happened is that because they all have these genetic diseases, they bred with Europeans and stuff. Now Europeans have it and they breed with one another. Next thing you know, they plagued us.
Oh, yuck. Just like they poison the well, just like they poison the water. I made a video because, did you guys ever watch that documentary? Mind So What? I made that video. So What? Mark, sorry. Do you mind I made that video? You watched the video as well. They played this documentary, Saz, on BBC that we pay for, we're meant to pay for, right? And it was, it was about, when the Jews, they said the bravest Jews ever, because they escaped the death camp of Auschwitz, but they left their families behind. And do you know what they were saying? They were old men now and old women, and they were literally saying that their first plan was to poison the full water supply of
they're
Germany.
called the Avengers. It's the Avengers.
Yes.
So the Avengers are actually the original the Hagan or whatever you call it. They're the original IDF. They didn't end up poisoning the water supply. They ended up poisoning the bread, and it was never reported.
Yes, the bread. Yes.
Hundreds of thousands of people became sick.
I saw it. They saw. Do you know what really made me so mad? They were talking to them, see about the bread and about everything, and the guy said, "I'm just so angry still. I can't get over the fact that somebody grasped me in about the water."
Well,
and I was like,
the problem is the people the Avengers that were in charge of that went on to become the prime ministers.
Yes, no, but do you know what I think? I think that, do you know what I think? It's so weird, right? The first time, right, when they got the poison from one of the guys, right, in Israel, they got that, then they went and they were gonna do the poison, and then suddenly, boom, they couldn't. Like, someone had grasped them in, and they don't know who it was. They all blame each other. But then what happened was that guy became the first president of Israel. Then, when they were going to poison the bread, they got it off someone else. The guy became the second president after grassing. What I think happened, this is just my opinion.
They also went and hunted all the Nazi leaders that escaped.
Yeah, but what I think happened, honestly, is that basically the people in Israel gave them the poison and then reported it because they wanted to be Zionists. They wanted the Holocaust to happen.
I'm not saying anything. I know we have a German on here, not like criticizing Hitler or anything. But if you really want to think about it, the Havar Agreement, the transfer agreement, if you look into it and you look into the agreement, and that was 1917 or whatever, Hitler actually was one of the originals. Like he helped create the state of Israel. He gave them. They were able to transfer all their money. He gave them, which today the currency would be billions of dollars. They gave them the weapons. They gave them everything they needed to go and take Israel back from the Palestinians. I think if Hitler would have known what would be today, I don't think he would have done it. But I mean, I get where he's coming from. He wanted them out of his fucking country.
He probably just wanted them to fuck out. But then it's like, yeah, I get it. Like, because people have said to me, "Oh, he was a Zionist. He done it," and then I'm like, yeah, but maybe he just wanted them out. Maybe he just wanted them gone. Like, and they were causing them pain. So he thought, if I give them a home, they won't annoy me and attack me and stuff, and get the Americans set on me.
America actually had we had a an immigration act put in place around the time of World War II, where we wouldn't let any, like, it was like we didn't let any immigration in. They actually turned both the Jews at, like, away from, like, that were trying to come into the United States. They
Yeah.
turned them, and they sent them back. And so, like, Nancy Pelosi's actual dad, her dad was one of the very first Zionists, because he was a congressman from somewhere in the Northeast. He was a Shabbat Goyim. He actually spoke Yiddish, and he was one of the I think of the prime minister, like one of, like, his really, really good friends, and he used to criticize FDR because of his lack of support for Israel.
That is fucking crazy.
Yeah, so I mean that shit runs deep in Pelosi's family.
And she's a fucking shape-shifting bitch. She tried to say, like, she was like a fucking see when she bent down to do, like, the knee thing, I thought she was gonna break her knee and, like, just die. She's so old and decrepit looking.
Yeah, but her dad was literally the first, I think, congressman that was a Zionist. It's crazy. Like, on Sundays and stuff, he would go there while, you know, like, Jews can't do work or anything like that, and he would do the work for them and stuff. He literally spoke Yiddish. How insane!
Cause he's like a Shabbos goy, like.
Yeah, he was a Shabbat Goyim. Yeah.
But see, Yiddish. How hard is it to learn Yiddish? Do you think?
Who knows? I don't know.
I mean, I would want to read it so that I could read the Talmud and know what it says. In word for word.
I did that stream about the Weather Underground and stuff, and 60% of the SDS or the Weather Underground were actually were Jewish. And one of the reasons they hated America was simply because they hated themselves. Like, they whenever they came here, they didn't assimilate, right? They stayed, they kept their culture and stuff like that. And they would say that their parents were, like, the most racist people. They lived in suburbs, but they lived like they were in the ghettos. You know what I mean? And so they wanted to escape their Jewishness as well. Like, and that's one of the reasons that they tended to follow Marx and Trotsky and stuff, because they're Jewish.
That's so true. Yiddish is like German, not Hebrew.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they never assimilate. Like, see, in Scotland, I found out there's actually a big group of Jews, not millions, about a couple hundred, and they live in Edinburgh. They don't live in Glasgow, thankfully, but they live in Edinburgh because there's a lot of Jewish shops, and then there's about a good 500 that live down in London. They don't assimilate. They've got their own community, their own schools, their own police, everything.
Yep. I've actually never met one before, so I mean, we don't have many in my state. They don't like Bible Belt South.
Yeah, I didn't know about them until they made us watch the Schindler's List when I was in school, and I got in trouble for laughing at it. I didn't know why all the
When did you
were crying. I'm like, what are you crying about? This is some dumb fucking movie. It's like
that's not. I told you, like, my teacher would, like, refused to teach the narrative of World War II. He said, y'all can either watch this movie or you can go play in the gym. Like, what do you think we're gonna go do? So I actually never learned about the Holocaust until, like, I got kind of red pilled. So it was easy. Yeah, Alex, I said that there's none in my state. We have, like, 0.03% or 0.3% or something like that. We don't have many in the South, like Bible. They don't like the deep South.
Yeah, they don't like. Well, it's the same. It's the same with blacks. With us, we have 0.001%, like 0.1% of blacks, and it's like because they don't like the cold. It's like yes.
Yeah, so I've never actually even met one. So I've never even met, like, the Muslim. I've met
a Muslim, but that's because I've went into the city and, like, see when you go in the shop and things like that, like, you're like, oh hi, but, like, there's not millions of them, and they're not the ones that, like, the women just wear a scarf and then they're actually quite friendly. They assimilate fine, whereas the ones in Glasgow that raped the ones that are like that in Edinburgh that raped my friend, gang raped her, like, and then there's the ones in Glasgow that are like that. They've basically got their own police force, the Muslim police force, the Sharia law.
We have a Jewish police force, like, in New York.
Yeah, and we've got the Jewish. Now we've got the police, the Jewish police, and the Muslim police. What? Okay.
Can I say just briefly?
Yeah. Go on.
Just briefly, I think Schindler's List, first of all, is a work of fiction. It is a work of fiction, same as Anne Frank's diary. Yeah, it is a work of fiction, same as Anne Frank's diary or Diaries of Anne Frank. I don't know how you pronounce it. And also,
Anne Frank.
yeah, and if Hitler was himself a Jew or a Zionist, why do the Jews and Zionists accuse Hitler of the Holocaust? So either Hitler was a Jew or not. So it.
Oh, I definitely don't think he was a Jew. When I said the whole Zionist thing, I meant like I don't think he realized like what it would be today. I don't think he would have done it. But I honestly don't. I don't think that if he knew what would happen, like what is today, he would not have done that. I think his hands were kind of tied because he wanted what was best for his country. He didn't give a shit about any other country but his own. He expressed that so much. Like I get that. I would send him off too. So I don't think that he was like a Zionist like you see today. But I'm just saying like
okay. See, because people disagree about that. I personally think he was not a Zionist or a Jew. Of course, the elites steered him to the extent that they steer politicians all over the world right now. But I don't think he was a Jew or a Zionist.
No, I don't. I'm the same. I don't think he was. Honestly, I think it's exactly what Saz says. I think he done it in desperation. He's always said he promised the German people he would do the best for them, and I think the only time he fucked up was when he started to try and fight Russia. That's when he fucked up, because that's when America came in, and that was the end.
But you have to understand, like all the elites in America were funding him through Swiss banks. They were giving him money, so it's like
they kept telling us we were getting blown up to pieces. Like literally, bombs were hitting and smashing Glasgow to smithereens. And America kept saying to us, "Oh, I promise we'll be over soon. We'll be over soon." And then, do you know the cheek of some Americans that I used to meet, like when I was younger? When I'd go, me and my dad would be over, and we'd be in Texas, and they'd come up to us and they'd say, "Oh, you from Scotland? Oh, you guys are lucky. If it wasn't for us, you'd be speaking German." I felt like getting up and punching them in the face. Like now, I'd just be like, "Why didn't you just let us? You fucking idiot!"
It is maybe just because I'm German and this Holocaust thing that is going on since like 80 years, no? And then always this kvetching and always demanding money, not only from Germany, also from Poland. They want $100 billion, and I mean Poland. And I'm not denying the Holocaust. I'm just saying if then Poland would have been occupied by Germany. But no, that doesn't matter to the Israeli elites. They just want money anyway, and it's a whole industry, this Holocaust industry. It's ridiculous.
It is an industry, and the thing is, do you know? I've listened to people who've said that Germany, it doesn't matter. They've said not only these same people that say all white people are born inherently racist, they also say that any German person is born and they are inherently anti-Semitically racist and evil. And it's like, how can, right, okay, that makes no sense. And it's like, just, like, it's like,
are you talking about that DNA article that came out?
What article?
There's an article that said that Europeans like genetically are just anti-Semitic, like they're born, it's embedded in them. It's ridiculous. I want to ask you a question. I want to ask you a question real quick. Have you seen or read Hellstorm?
Hellstorm.
I just want to ask you a question. How can your parents, your grandparents, how in the hell could you ever forgive America for what happened? Like what we did to y'all? Like that is it took me 2 weeks to get through that. That was the most heartbreaking thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't
I cried.
understand
I
how you
watched
never get
it.
over it.
Did you read it or did you watch it?
I read a lot of it, but then I lost my laptop, so I just finished
Yeah.
watching the documentary. That shit is heartbreaking.
I cried my eyes out, but the thing with me, you know, I'm a mixed breed. Basically, because my dad and my family are like half American, it was so taunt. Like it really pulled because I couldn't scream at my dad, and I couldn't scream at my granny and grandparents because they're dead. But
I
my
just want to
sister's
know.
alive.
I just want to know, like, I know about the OSS and the psychological warfare that they did to y'all whenever they returned y'all to Germany, and like they showed you like the shrunk heads, like the masturbation machines, like the skin, the lampshade, all this stuff, and it was like psychological warfare. But like they survived, they lived through the bombings, they lived through the Red Army raping and pillaging the women, like I mean even children. Like, I just don't understand how that y'all could ever forget that. You know what I mean?
Don't forget it. We don't forget. Like the thing is, there's people that do forget it, and I think it's because they need to. It's the same as like, say if you've been really badly attacked or raped or hurt, you don't want to think about it. You try and put it in like a place where you don't think about it. And some things are so bad, you just try not to think about it. But I think sometimes maybe they should think about it, but it's just some people literally.
I want to ask him, do they talk, did they tell you stories like your parents or your grandparents or whatever, like do they ever talk about it?
No, when my sorry.
Yeah,
It
there you
was a
go.
question for Lacey, no? Or
No,
for
That's for you. I've
okay.
been trying to ask you. Yeah.
My parents never talked about it. My parents were young when during World War II. My grandparents, when they were alive, would never talk about stuff like that. And our teachers in Germany, they showed only one side of the picture, made us read books, like for example, Diary of Anne Frank, and our German teacher, not even the history teacher, no, our German teacher gave us homework, like ask your grandparents about the Holocaust and what happened and how evil, like how they had to do with the NSDAP, the National Socialist Workers Party of Germany. And, they told us basically via media how evil Germans were, our teachers, our leftist or Marxist teachers, if you want. And of course, my grandparents would not want to talk about it in the first place, but especially if a young child, like when I was a kid, was like, hey, Daddy, I have a homework assignment. My teacher wants me to talk to you about what happened in World War II and how you were involved in that and stuff like that. Ne? So they basically made us like read out on our grandparents, to my understanding. That is the
That's
only way I
sick.
can interpret it.
You want to know why like I'm so obsessed with that? Like I've read into it so much because like what happened to y'all? What happened to the German? What happened to the women? What happened to all of them? The only difference between Germany and like the South was the fact technology was different. What the North did to the South, like the only reason that Lincoln freed the slaves because it was a militaristic move. He wanted to cause problems at the home front, so the men would have to come home whenever he freed the slaves, the slaves and the women. But whenever they defeated us, like Sherman's march, everybody praises him for that. He went and he burned down all the fields. He killed all the livestock. He starved so many men and women. The Union, they had a law where it's like they encouraged them to rape women. It wasn't just white women that they raped. They raped slaves. They raped children. They gang raped them. There's a book and it's called I'd Rather Die. And like literally what happened to the Germans, in a sense, the same thing happened to the South. And it's like it's so heartbreaking. So I kind of have like there's similarities between. I mean, of course, what happened to the Germans was far worse, just simply because of technology. But I mean, we pummeled y'all. Like I can't believe that it's erased from your history. Like I don't understand how like you could even have love for like Americans, or you know what I mean. I know it's kind of crazy, but like that shit would piss me off.
It is because of two reasons, I think. First of all, it is so long ago, and Americans are not bad people. It was the government, and Germans are not bad people. It was the government and the elites that steer the government. And I think the other reason why Germans like Americans is like we have the same or similar ways of living. The culture is similar, and
Well, majority of America is German genetically. We just have the British culture.
yeah, I think in Ohio, for example, Ohio has a high German population or heritage or roots. Lots of German roots are in Ohio, for example. And uh, but what I lastly wanted to say is that I think it was the Cold War that there were two superpowers back then. It was either the US or Russia. So naturally, like the West of Europe especially, was pro-America. It was not debatable. Who would ally with Russia in the Cold
China.
War? Nobody saintful would be like on the side of communist Marxist Russia. Nobody. So
Yeah.
I think that plays a reason as well. Mhm.
But yeah, it's crazy. When I found out about that, I was beside myself. I was like, how have I never learned about this? And I went to my mother and I was like, I talked to her about it, and she's like, well, and that's what America does. When America, goes to war with you, they flatten you out. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, those are our, those are our like, in a sense, our brothers. Like, how in the, like, why would we be fighting our own people like that? It's absolutely insane.
That's why they assassinated Patton, because Patton wanted to take the German tanks to Russia to root out the Bolsheviks.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Eisenhower had those death camps, because he knew all about it.
Yeah. Lacy?
I'm falling asleep. Sorry, it's really late here. I'm like I was listening to you and I'm like falling asleep. Is it alright if I go to bed, please?
Yeah, sure.
You're
And I'll leave
fine.
you talking. Right, thank you. Thank you for being on, and I'll see you later. And you just keep talking away, right? I'll leave
Yeah.
you on. Right, thank you. Honestly, I'm sorry. It's just, did you see? It's embarrassing. I'm falling asleep.
No,
Like,
it's not embarrassing. And you were not falling asleep. You fixed your computer, and it was not for long. So,
yeah,
Yeah.
thank you for letting me on, and thanks to all the others for being nice and talking. No?
yeah. Right,
And
okay. I'll leave you on the now, and then you can just click off when you want to. Right, speak to you later. Bye bye, everyone. Love you all.
See you later. Thanks,
see you.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, guys. I don't know. In my time zone, it is 3 a.m. I have to hit the bed as well. So.
Okay. It was nice
Then,
talking to y'all.
yeah,
Yeah.
I will just click out of the stream yard, no? I don't
Yeah.
know how that. Okay.
Oh, she didn't end the stream. Hopefully it ends itself.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know how to end the stream. I'm just going to. I don't even know how to go. Leave studio. I click on leave studio.
Yeah.
So thanks.
I'll be
Bye.
the same. See ya.
Okay, see you.
All right, Uncle Donnie. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye.
I'm an idiot. I forgot to turn it off. I'm sorry. Good night, everybody, and love yous all. Thank you for coming on. Yous are all great. Bye now. I'll turn it off, right? End broadcast. I forgot to turn it off. I'm sorry. Good night. Oh, now you can hear that.